What's going on, everyone? It's Jeranism, back with another ISS live viewing party with the GLOBEBUSTERS. Along with me, as always, is Bob Zonadude60. What's up, Bob?
Oh, same old, doing good. Oh, there goes your music. Oh, you know what? That's me. Ah. Okay. Okay, sorry. Back to normal. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry about that. I had too many audio things running at once. Doing good. Nice day in Denver here today, and just kind of looking forward to seeing the ISS come back around to the light side.
And TJ, how's it going?
Hey, you know, I'm still waiting for my GLOBEBUSTERS pack. I don't know who am I supposed to get that from, so I can bust some globes.
Soon. You want to see something hilarious? What I found, I thought it was an interesting find. I found a interview where Buzz Aldrin says, get this, he says that when they got into the lunar module, they had to, they took off their backpacks and some trash and threw it out the door onto the lunar surface. So I said to myself, well, how do you take off your backpack, which is your spacesuit, and throw it on the lunar surface when the door has to be open? So I went and searched for it, and I actually found the footage of them throwing their backpacks out of the door of the lunar module.
Oh,
I was just watching that video before we started. And
I could not believe it.
Yeah, because you're like, so you had the door open on your spacecraft, and you took off the backpacks that you used to be able to breathe and regulate temperature, and you threw it out the door. And I was like, wait, I've never heard this one before. That is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and I don't even know how they would. I mean, they have to have some sort of explanation. I did go look at the transcripts, and basically, they say they pressurized the cabin, but regardless, at one point they're in the cabin with the door open, dumping their backpacks
because they're
on the surface of the moon.
Because they were too heavy for takeoff.
What a joke! Yeah, and he just said it. You saw. I mean, that guy's going senile, so now's a good time to catch him in some mistakes.
Which is kind of ridiculous because it's like, all right, you're on the moon, which everything weighs less, and you need to take off, but yet your backpacks are going to be too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much ridiculousness about it that, I mean, first of all, no one has ever left the moon successfully or even tried. So pretty much the last thing you would do is get rid of your life pack.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what if you went to take off and the thing malfunctioned? Well, now you just are going to die because you can't even wear your life pack for a couple days till they can come get you.
Well, they could probably hold their breath and try to figure out where that was and run after it.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's just like swimming underwater, right?
Bob, have you ever heard that or seen that before?
No, I hadn't. That's new on me. That's really funny.
I don't know how they explain that away, but I even say in the video, like, I'm sure science will just come up with an excuse for you and just, you know, brush it off like everything else.
Absolutely.
You wait and see. So what do we have here? Is this some sort of bottle opener?
I think it's got an alien right here, and that's either like his arm or some tool or something.
I bet those lights are really necessary.
Well, the airplanes that fly around can't see them if the lights aren't on.
Oh boy, it's almost like a pinball machine.
So, Jared, did you guys notice on the last week's show, somebody actually pointed out when we were looking at some of the ISS that there was a square face that had like an Illuminati eye on the left side. It had a pair of eyes and the Illuminati eye on the left side.
Oh, I totally missed it. It was on the Earth.
No, it was on the ISS when we were looking at it. In fact, it was in the part. This is crazy, but remember the part that we were looking at it, and the sun was shining down. There was like this ray of light coming down onto the
Oh yeah, and I
station.
kept calling it God.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what it was shining on was that. I mean, if you looked at it, there was the square there, and it had this eye. It was plain as day, and somebody picked it out, and I couldn't believe it. I
Oh,
absolutely
I'll have to go
flipped
back and
out.
look at that. I didn't even know. I didn't even see it.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it either.
Yeah, I didn't either, but somebody caught it, so somebody's got some good eyes out there.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely blew me away. I could not believe that. So it looks like we're on the dark side. Of course, that always seems to happen. Cammy came in and said something to the effect of the song "On the Dark Side." You know that?
Oh yeah.
Was just pulling out the words for that, and there's some really applicable words in that. I was going to pull up the lyrics on it and look at it.
Oh, I found the next song we're gonna redo. Just came to me yesterday. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
You know, I'm looking at this. I don't understand how they do this. I don't know if it's just part of their natural path, but they're back over the ocean again. I mean, just a few days ago they were over all land.
Well, the only thing they do different is if you look at the far left there, how they're coming down from the top. Well, sometimes they switch, and then instead they go up from there, so it's just the complete opposite. So I've never seen how they would actually pull off that maneuver, except for if they land their little plane and then take off again, or something like that. But I don't know how you would cut across, or what would you have to, burn some engines, or who knows. Hey, maybe you should look at some of the ones under video, since it looks like we're going to be about another 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
If that.
And I don't have those options on my feed, so TJ. I know, I really got the cheap feed again. Last week I had the slow one, now I got the cheap one this week.
I was looking at what I assume was the feed that you use. So I was looking at it, I was like, man, the quality of that is so bad.
Yeah, I like going to this one, which I just type in the search ISS Live, and it's the first thing that always pops up.
Yeah, and mine's the HD one, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yep. So yeah, let me make sure. Yeah.
Let's try a different one. Usually when I look in that video section, you can find one that just looks off. Like, what were they doing here? Let's see, blue screen.
So we got blue, we got inside.
Oh, what's that half-looking thing?
Which one is that? This black one?
Yeah, that one you're on now. No, down. That one. What's that? No, down one. That one. That looks interesting.
So it looks like we've got the Earth up here. We've got, I don't know.
What is that, a solar panel?
I don't think that's a solar panel. That's like the side of...
It looks like a room separator.
Which it's lit up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I had so many people email me after last week's show just saying you guys didn't talk big enough about the lights and the shadows, and I've tried that before, and people don't really seem to respond to it, but it is all the evidence that you need. I mean, just think about the fact that craft is supposed to be going 17,000 miles per hour. How would any shadow stay? It should be just moving by, flying by. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to go that speed and just stick with just shadows that just hang around.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, it's hard for us to even fathom 17,000 miles per hour or around 25,000 miles of circumference. So
yeah, it is. Let's see.
I see a shadow moving on this spot. See the shadow kind of creeping up here?
Yeah, so it's getting brighter up here. It's not getting brighter.
Now look in the upper right. What's going on in the upper right? There's like a bird coming.
Yeah, what is that?
It's an eagle. What is that?
Oh, we're getting dark.
Oh boy. Look at what's coming over that thing over there.
I don't know. Is that like a solar panel? What is that?
No, that's the diamond auroras. You never seen those?
No, I heard about those. Haven't seen them yet.
Bob, you said you've actually seen some northern lights?
Oh, absolutely. They're beautiful.
I've never seen them.
Yep. Yes. I went. I spent a few summers up in Alaska, and the very first time I ever went, my cousin and I drove up the Alcan Highway through Canada, and we spent the night. We camped under the stars, and the aurora borealis was just absolutely fabulous.
I thought you told me you saw him in Colorado. Was that not you who said that?
Uh, they did show up one time here. It's actually not too long ago, about a month, a week. It was a month to 2 months ago, something like that, when we had the extremely high solar activity.
Oh, okay.
They actually were pretty vivid down here.
Wow.
So yeah, it's amazing that happens. But yes, that was here.
My friend spent some time up in the Arctics, and he said that the lights up there are all white. They don't have any color to them.
That's really strange, yeah, because usually they're like it's like the predominant color is green, but then you'll see some full colors spectrum, but I mean the predominant color is definitely green, and they just kind of dance around in the sky. It's really amazing.
So, Bob, at this point, as far as the eclipses go, would you say that the lunar eclipse is the dome on the moon?
You mean? Wait a minute.
The shadow that shows up on the moon on a lunar eclipse.
That's really puzzling to me. I sometimes wonder. And Cammy was talking about this too, but it almost seems to me like the moon is some sort of a mineral or a stone that refracts light, and it may be fluorescing as it passes through the magnetic fields. At least that's kind of an idea, but I'm not sure exactly what causes that yet. Of course, we're trying to figure it out, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's just something I kind of thought of today that I hadn't given much thought to before.
Yeah, and that's assuming that it isn't, a projection. And I tend to doubt that it's a projection. I think that it might be something actually tangible. But what would be interesting is if we could get some sort of like a long range like radar or sonar or something like that, and if somebody could actually bounce the signal off of it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. And you think it would be possible.
Somebody sent me a thermal camera that attaches to my iPhone 5, but the only problem with it is it doesn't zoom. So it's really awesome to use like around the house. You can like go to your wall and see there's a temperature difference, like if water is leaking or that kind of thing. And you can go outside. I went outside the other night and it showed my car was definitely warm. You can even turn it on a temperature and it'll tell you the temperature. But as far as like pointing it up to the moon or the sun, it's just too far because you can't zoom in. But
right.
I thought that was really cool because I did point it to the moon and it came back -4 degrees. I don't know how true that is or not because it was so far away, but this looks terrible. This looks like it's on a straight conveyor belt.
Yes. And, well, when you look at the Earth, ignore the little curve over here on the right side, but this is all flat. This is straight. We should definitely see some curvature in the clouds, but
that's not a ball.
It's straight. That is completely straight.
Yeah, maybe they're easing into the truth a little bit.
And if you put something up in space, you certainly wouldn't make it like this piece of metal here on the right. It just makes me laugh so much. I had to go looking again today to figure out what they say, and they say 40 million pounds of micrometeorites hit the Earth every year. So, and that hits the Earth, like makes it through the atmosphere all the way to the ground.
Man.
I don't know where they come up with this nonsense, but I divided that out by 365, and then I figured out how many grams would be, and it's over 2 million grams, so you're talking over 2 million bullets flying 22,000 miles per hour every hour.
Yeah, somehow they magically avoid it all, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, we should just see them splattering against this solar panel the whole time. It should be but no, we don't ever see one. People
Nope.
relaxing on the moon, hitting golf balls, throwing their life packs out the door.
Well, and of course, I think somebody had, probably brought that up at one point a few years back. And so NASA had to come out and say, oh, they need to do a moon mission, a spacewalk mission so that they can go out and repair it. And then when they did do that, and they supposedly got pictures of the damage.
Well, that one hole?
Yeah, and every space agency had not only a different picture of it, but the solar collectors themselves that they had pictures were completely different.
I don't really understand what's going on here. Like, is that supposed to be the curve in the back there? Because that's like clearly going off an edge.
It's curved on the top left, but then it gets blocked by this metal panel, and then there's curve on the right, and then we just got this pink line straight across.
I have no idea how people can rationalize this or just say, I mean, look at the footprints right there and the clouds going by.
That's where the astronauts were walking.
Yeah, somebody just stepped right there.
That was another thing that they had mentioned. Somebody mentioned in the comment was they said, well, where are all the chemtrails? And a lot of other people came back with all these really silly-sounding scientific, explanations. Well, you can't see that, you can't see that, and yet NASA actually released supposedly a satellite photograph when they were trying to dispel the chemtrail myth, alleged chemtrail myth, and so they were showing these pictures, and the United States. It was a clear shot of the United States, and it had chemtrails literally all over it, everywhere, on a perfectly cloudless day. The only thing that was there was chemtrails, of course, so they fabricated it up, just for that. And, so if you can see it from NASA's satellite pictures that they're claiming that they're saying these are all the chemtrails, then you would think you would be able to see it from the ISS feed, too, considering it's one of the lowest things in quote-unquote orbit up there.
I just don't understand how they have some pictures where you can see the atmosphere clearly. There's that thick chunk of atmosphere, and then other pictures like this, you don't see it. It's like they can turn on and turn off elements whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, let's go with no atmosphere.
Let's go with a reduced atmosphere today.
Yeah, I like reduced atmosphere, heavy on the clouds, no land, and calm waters.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here they are.
Here you go. Here might be one of the trails.
What's going on there? What is that?
Yeah, that might be one of the trails. And if so, it's unbelievably thick. And, for being 250 miles high, it's, pretty good resolution, huh?
Yeah. Where are they at right now? Oh, this isn't the live one.
No, this isn't live.
No.
So Monday we have a little treat, guys. I haven't talked to Dave, allegedly Dave, yet, but I'll try and get him on too. But we've got a guy who is a ex-NASA whistleblower. So.
Wait, that's not the controversial one, is it? Oh wait,
no.
He's not a whistleblower, is he?
I guess you would consider him that. No, this guy, he has experience with some of the I don't want to call it a user manual. Some of the operator manuals for the shuttles, and then also what's the other thing that he has? He's got something else that he wants to show, but really cool sounding as far as emails, and just says that he's had this information for 35 years, never known where to release it, and says it's the time of his life that he needs to do what's right in front of God, and so he says he wants to release it on the show. I told him, do you want to do an interview one-on-one, or do you want to do it live on Monday? He says, no, I'd rather do it live.
Here's a couple of trails, by the way, Bob. Going out in the distance now. There's just small ones.
Okay, you got it. Good.
So that's going to be pretty cool, and that's going to be next week, or that's going to be...
No, it's going to be next week. So far, that's what he said. So
are we going to put just have Dave come on a different day then?
I haven't talked to him yet, but if he wants to come on, I mean, we could do them both. It just we'll see what he says. Because I don't know if this guy really wants to go very long. I don't think it'll take much more than an hour. He just basically sounds like he's got some operator guides or something that kind of tell something about the NASA shuttles that nobody knows.
Well, I won't talk too much about it in case he ends up dead before next week.
Well, I don't even think they would be able to know who he was, but or else I guess I could check my email.
Don't give them any ideas.
I mean, my text messages.
Oops. Okay.
You know,
Where
it's
are we?
interesting that we saw that little diamond thing when it was in the dark, but we don't. What it was? Well, we're moving. Camera is moving.
Whoa.
I would say that diamond thing is nowhere up here. I don't know where that shape was coming from. But
What are they doing? Now, how does the camera move like that? It's on a spindle. Oh, zoom.
Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey guys, come on, back it up. Come on.
That's too close. What are they doing that for?
What are you guys trying to hide?
Now they know
we were gonna watch.
Now they know we're watching. They're gonna have a boat go by or something.
Except remember, this isn't live.
Whoa! Do you see that? The clouds are moving a different direction.
Yeah, either the camera's moving or the Earth is spinning a new way.
Yeah, I think they would say that they're doing a remote arm around. Wow.
That's a good shot. That's what we need to see right there.
That's always my favorite when they put something right. That's how I take pictures.
Whoa! What is that?
It's like a laser beam. Like they're gonna shoot us.
It looks like a BNC connector on the back of. God, it looks like a microwave emitter or something like that.
Look at those tiny little wires and pins or whatever they have.
What's that black thing, Bob? The black toad-looking thing.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. Of course, these things are always just slightly out of focus. But I mean, when you look at the little wires on each side, those absolutely are BNC connectors, which is a connector that they use for a lot of things in RF. But it's a BNC connector, and it looks like they are on the back of some sort of a comm array. And of course, if that's up there in space, that's pretty crazy that they would have those exposed like that. That's absolutely, that right there just shows complete fraud. There's no doubt.
So tell us more about this comm array with these white sticks and everything.
Well, what the whites are, okay, in the back, you see the little
I see the twisting,
wires.
The BNC connectors, the white wires, right?
Right. And white wires are coming up, and they're going into the BNC connectors, and then they're going into these cylindrical things that then have a white, like a white covering on the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be indicative of some sort of microwave type transmitter. Now they're panning back.
So why would that be a fraud to use that in space where they're at?
Why? Because they would not have those connectors exposed bare like that. They don't even do that in good commercial applications for things. They will always, insulate those off. And of course, considering they're up there at in the thermosphere, which would be what, 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at all these open wires, or open little. They're either conduits or wiring harnesses. Oh, now we're going across one of the solar arrays. That's what this is.
Whoa.
So they have all their wiring harnesses and little conduits seemingly openly exposed.
Is that a strip right there, like a power strip?
It's like a raceway. Like a raceway.
Yeah.
That's what you run cables down. Oh my God.
So having those wires exposed, what would that do to their whatever they use that for, communications or whatever? What would that do having those, not the wires, but the those BNC connectors and wires, having those exposed, that does what?
Well, you don't ever want to have them exposed to elements. The elements, of course, in space, there's supposedly not any, but it's always a commercial practice to not only get those connectors on there, but then usually have some sort of like a heat shrink around them, or I would imagine up in space they would want insulation.
Doesn't the microwave satellite have to be pointed at another one?
Well, yeah,
flying around.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really good point because microwave beams are typically really tight. However, now on the back of those, oh, look at this. Here we have another microwave dish
Look
that
at
seems to be
this.
pointing straight up.
This looks too much like old school Star Wars models
It's
for movies.
ridiculous. You would not need all that stuff. You just wouldn't.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, it's the Canada arm.
Yes.
And
And
that's really
again,
what you want is the most possible things to go wrong as physically possible.
yeah, and
Oh, now how does
All
that
right,
happen?
we're flying in space. We're going up,
We're
guys.
going in space. It's my first time. Oh, I almost went. What's that up
you
in the sky? Oh,
This
nice
is,
picked a good
view.
one here.
What
I
the
assume
heck?
it's just from their lens or window or something, but now it's gone. I don't know.
It's really hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah, it really is. And then again, look at all of the open wiring that's up there.
Yeah, and like I said, you'd have micrometeoroids flying through there, and all those people's lives depend on anything that could go wrong, and yet they don't even wear spacesuits.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. You picked a good one this time, Jaron.
Hey, last time I picked a good one too. Remember, we got the paper maps.
Yes, you did, and the eye that nobody saw with it, and that that was so funny because on the one last week, the eye was right in that heavenly beam that was coming down, and so
That's funny. I did not see it.
yeah,
I didn't either.
And it was just indicative, of course, when the Illuminati do that, they always have the light shining on the eye, and that is precisely what we saw. It's absolutely amazing. So
It's still flat. I mean, you see the curve, which you see the curve on the outer edge, but the land, the clouds they're not curved at all. They're flat. They're level.
somebody said, "Is that a water tank?" Yeah. So it's either boiling or absolutely frozen. So I mean, NASA says that yes, it's in the thermosphere, but because they have so few air molecules up there, that you would really never know it. So basically, at the same time, they're saying it's absolutely searing hot beyond any blast furnace, and at the same time, somewhere around absolute zero. So only NASA could pull that line off.
That is the
know?
truth. It's like nobody even knows. I think
Right.
I was like thinking right now. Yeah, it's gonna be really hot. Wait, it's gonna be really cold. Wait, I don't know which one it is.
Either way, I mean, it would look like if it was really that hot, it would look like it was, in a blast furnace. It would be glowing red, yellow. But
Yeah, and I mean they even tell you that you can't fly through space. You'd have to constantly twist and turn so that the solar rays hitting you for any amount of time would just turn you into ashes. Whoa! Slow down.
Taking a look at more exposed wires.
Look at that.
yeah.
But they have a special sheathing on them that can withstand 10 million degrees.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
made from
they're good.
unobtainium also.
I've got a tinfoil hat that can go to 10 million degrees.
Yep. Yeah. That unobtainium is really amazing stuff. I'm telling you. So. Now it looks like they have like little oh, look down here in the lower right-hand corner. Tell me that those aren't USB connectors.
Oh, yeah.
I
these
said
right
the same
here.
thing.
Yeah. Yep. And then right in front of it, and it looks like they have little jackets on. Cause see how they're kind of.
Yeah, like fabric.
Yeah, it's like they
crinkled and
took
stuff.
hoods. Yeah, they took hoods and wrapped around them. Hold the strings tight. I mean, so does this motor-looking thing, kind of like the bottom middle. It's got like a little fabric hoodie around it. The rest of it is exposed.
I could have sworn, see over here on the right where this brown thing is? I could have sworn that was the Earth a few minutes ago. This isn't live, right? You can rewind it just a hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't get this Google Hangout thing in the middle to hide. It says click hide, but it doesn't go away, so it blocks me from rewinding
Oh,
it.
got you. I could have sworn that I was watching the Earth go through that opening, and then now I look over there and it's like a brown cabana top.
No, I don't remember. Let me see if I can move this.
Yeah. You can drag the window up a little bit, TJ.
Whoops. No, it's brown.
Interesting.
Did you see the little graphic that's on mine, Jaron?
I keep seeing something go down over there. What's going on?
I don't know. It's something they put on Clues for him. It looks like the Family Guy, the black guy on Family Guy. Except they got him over R2-D2, and he's shooting a gun, and he blows up the ISS.
Starring Samuel L. Jackson as R2-D2.
Those guys crack me up over there sometimes, I'm telling you. So let's go.
Jeez.
Here. Okay, so let me go back to here.
What do you got? Anything? Are you got anything live yet?
Not yet. It's about ready to go into. Let me flip over here real quick. It's about ready to go come out into daytime or daylight.
This looks like a big screen TV right here, straight ahead, facing away from us.
Oh yeah, the backside of it. It really does, doesn't it? Or one of the old CRTs or something.
Right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's.
Canada, let's see.
Look how poorly put together this is. It's the biggest mess. Wouldn't they want to be neat? They're scientists.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the whole construction of the ISS is an absolute joke from a mechanical engineering point of view. You have this thing that you would think that you would want it to be either circular or a ball, but yet they just kind of haphazardly slap this thing together, adding segments that are really, really long. And of course, they tell us also that at that height, gravity is still at 95%. So that means that any type of torque that any part of the station would experience, going over the arm of whatever is acting as that, it would put incredible stress on the entire construct. And you have to wonder sometimes how it wouldn't just break in two. And whoa, what was that? It just
was evil little face.
I was fast forwarding it just to see what's happening, and then I rewind a little bit since it's going to be moving.
Now, Bob, somebody else emailed me and said, why has nobody asked about the explosion or whatever happened on Apollo 13, which should have sent the spaceship into a free-for-all spin into the Netherlands? Like, how did it maintain its course?
Yeah, well, I don't know, how severe was that explosion, supposedly? I mean, what was it that they say blew up?
Because it was moving.
It was the canister, the lithium something canister. I can't remember what the...
So it was actually a chemical explosion?
Yeah, I think so, and then they had to use duct tape. To tell you the truth, I have not looked into Apollo 13 much, never cared a whole lot.
Me either, but that would be interesting because you're right. Any type of explosion, with that much force inside of it would absolutely just send that thing spinning.
See the flat Earth back there?
Yeah.
And the electrical tape cross?
Oh, there's the stickers, NASA and something else.
What are they doing? They're trying to show off their stuff?
Yeah. It's a poor. I'm reading the comments. Somebody says it's a poor choice of doing things constantly refer to things in fake footage, such as if they are real, and Sky just as if the picture is fake. It's just fake. Agreed, Steve.
What did he say?
He said it's a poor choice of doing things to constantly refer to things in fake footage such as this, as if they are real, and say, just like the Earth picture is fake. It's just fake.
Right.
And you're right, it is all fake, and that's exactly why we're doing this.
It might be a tiny little model.
Yeah.
I don't even know how big it would be.
No, it's real. It's a real model.
Right.
But that's about as far as it goes. So, and let's see.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they had either a sections or life-size model in front of a screen where they can look out and videotape and all that kind of stuff, like the IMAX screen or something. They have this fake Earth moving.
Like, what is that thing right there. Tell me what that is for.
It's got handles on it too.
Jeez. Oh, where are we going? Now this might be the first ever 360 turn.
Yeah,
See, I thought this camera was on the inside, but I guess I'm wrong.
No, this one's not on the inside, although it should be hitting blasted with micrometeoroids, but... Ooh, R2-D2.
Yes, R2-D2.
Where are we going here? What is this junk? Like, that's their junk truck. That's what my toolbox looks like in the garage.
I know. You know, it seems like they've got all these, like, tarnished metal and...
Like, look at that disaster! You could not tell somebody to go fix something up there.
What is that? I can't tell if that's a camera or what that is. I'm straight ahead with that metal. A bullhorn.
It's a thimble.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said, what about a live feed on the inside? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to have a 24-hour surveillance feed in there with the astronauts working and floating around? That would be the day, right?
They do go there occasionally. One night, Miss and I were watching, and there was this guy, and he was like having to put away the spacesuits from the spacewalk. And, you know, you think it'd be pretty easy, right? Helmet, shirt, pants, put them in a bag. He sat there for like an hour just looking at a binder and then looking at the helmet, look at the binder, look inside the suitcase, go look inside the closet. It was like, that's your job?
And was he weightless the whole time?
Yeah, he was weightless the whole time.
Huh.
No, I think that they're in a simulator. I really do. I've tried to tear it apart any other way. It's not in liquid. It's not in space. I looked for the wires because I do think that they look sometimes like they're upside down, or one of those fat guys always has like a red face, like he's really being stressed out. But I think it's because in those gravity simulators you wouldn't be able to be in there very long. So I think that's why they're kind of stressed out.
Yeah,
for
or
20 minutes or so.
You mean anti-gravity simulators, right? They're using the either acoustic type levitation or magnetic type. Is that what you mean? Or
yeah. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know how they would. I certainly don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, they could definitely levitate stuff, but not using any type of anti-grav. And what's with these satellite dishes that are pointing off in straight up?
Well, that's for Jupiter.
They're contacting aliens.
Yeah, it's like no wonder their signal dies every few minutes. They got the dish pointed the wrong way.
Somebody else wrote me an email and said that he went to look for solar panels, and he was asking them, hey, where do I aim them? And they said, if you're in the northern hemisphere, aim them south. If you're in the southern hemisphere, aim them north. That's all the rule there is on solar panels.
Yeah, there's like a certain degree that you have to point them.
Yeah, it's pretty generic. And of course, now they have the solar panels that actually track the sun, which are pretty cool. We have a big solar power station not too far from my house, and I'll ride my Harley out there and just watch them. It's pretty fascinating to watch these great big huge arrays of solar panels go swinging around as they track the sun.
Have you seen those mirror ones?
Yeah, those are
crazy.
Neat.
Except for they kill birds.
Yes.
You don't want to go flying through there.
Nope. So they're still not online. Let's see, and they're in daylight. TJ, do you have a live picture yet? Because it's showing that they are actually over Asia somewhere.
Let's see.
But yet I don't have any live picture. They must know that we're watching them.
That's why they took us to the very top of their little junk pile.
Oh, we're blue. They got the blue screen of death.
Unbelievable.
Blue screen. Hey, look at 414. That's a rather high number. Or does that say 476? Oh, 477. Usually I don't see much more than 3. So see, I'm bringing people to the ISS, showing them it's false. And I'd like to believe I induced a super hinge.
Yeah, I've got to see that, the super hinge. I also saw you just released another video just before we went live. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you got something.
This is recorded, though. This isn't live.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Okay.
recorded live. He's got to fix the microwave.
Leave it to the Asians to wear knee pads.
Yeah.
Well, that's in case he has to get on his knees to work.
My wife's Asian, so it's allowed.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I used to always laugh. I had this employee who came up to me once and said, "Is your wife Oriental?" I said, "Like the rug? What do you mean, Oriental?"
I tried telling people, it's like, the people are not Oriental.
Yeah. They may be oriented towards Oriental, but not Oriental.
This
So,
guy's straddling the bars. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, because that's what they have in those gravity simulators they take the military in.
yeah.
There's bars on the floor.
The thing that really strikes me about, looking at this inside picture here is, I've been in a lot of technical operation centers and satellite operation centers and microwave head-ends and stuff like that, and I have never, ever seen anything like this, pardon the term, clusterfuck in my life.
Absolutely, I totally agree. It is maybe I'm just a neat freak, but I would lose my mind. It's just, there's nothing going, no scientist would ever deal with that.
No, and you go whizzing around in there and you're weightless, and so what are you going to do? Grab onto all the wires and cables? Geez, what happens if you unplug the power to your life support system? It's just ridiculous. What is the deal with all the wires? I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, and then I remember on one of my early videos, I was making fun of the fact that they just were shaving Christopher Eddy's hair. The clippers, like, all that hair would just go everywhere in there, and somebody says, "Dude, like they don't have a filter in the air conditioner." I'm like, that defeats. I'm not even saying. I'm like, look how many electrical connections there are. Why would you ever take that chance? It's your life on the line.
Exactly. And I think they just do this, obviously to make it like a big Hollywood set, or, well, obviously it is, but it's just ridiculous that they would have these wires strewed about everywhere like this.
Yeah, like, what are they doing? It's all busy work. Like, what could you possibly be doing with all those wires? That's helping the world. They have not done anything but eat lettuce. It's the only thing they've done in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any footage released from the ISS where they actually showing the scientific experiments being done, or any actual technical data that's been released on them anywhere?
No.
I haven't either. It's like, what are they doing up there?
They grab these big cameras like this guy has now. That's about a $10,000 camera.
Why is he trying to pull that and the cable's stuck? It's like, oh, I can't move it. What's going on?
Yeah, it's tied to the ceiling. He'll realize it here in a sentence, I guess, in a second.
That's just...
He makes me think of Data from Goonies. It's a $50 bill. A $50 bill.
I don't know, Goonies. The only data I know is on Star Trek.
You've never seen Goonies?
No. Is it what is it? A cartoon show or?
Oh, Bob, you got to see Goonies.
Man, Bob,
you got to be kidding me, dude.
You guys.
You got to be kidding me. You never seen Goonies where they?
You got to watch Goonies.
You got to watch Goonies. There's not very many movies, Bob, I would ever tell you must watch. You must watch Goonies.
Okay, I will watch Goonies. Absolutely.
I'm sure it's on Netflix or something.
Oh, probably.
Either free on Netflix or YouTube, but definitely a movie you would, and your son will enjoy it too. A very good movie from, I'm guessing 1985.
It's like 1985.
Yeah, probably 85 is a guess.
Oh, are we going live? We're live.
Oh, flip over to live. Let me see who you got it, Bob.
Yeah, I got it. Let me.
Oh boy, your picture again.
Yes.
Patchwork squares in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what is this thing down here? There's two squares.
Those are clouds, Bob. Come on. Don't you see square clouds in the sky all the time?
Oh, absolutely, I do. But this thing, one of them doesn't even look like a cloud right there. What is?
It looks like a flag.
It must be part of the Antarctic ice chunk floating away or something.
I thought they started flying up land more.
And Bob, that's another thing, right? Like, oh
man.
boy, here we go. Your channel sucks.
I know it does.
TJ, you got anything live over there?
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Nope, never mind. I got something.
Oh, yes.
Whoa, we get this
All
fun
right.
view.
Yeah, we can always come back to this recorded stuff.
Let me see if you can get a better picture here.
Yeah, that's a great one. That one that we were on, TJ.
Yeah.
That's a great one. We gotta watch that.
Oh, we got Missa's favorite. Tell her the salad dish.
Missa, look what we got.
Where?
Let me find it here. Wait, where's smoke train? Why can't it? Oh, this way.
Wait, that's not Earth. That's the moon.
All right.
She's happy now. You made her day. That solar panel looks like it's in trouble over there.
The only thing worth watching.
The only thing worth watching.
Yeah, I wonder what the idea that they have behind the tinfoil is supposed to be. The gold and the foil.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be reflecting sunlight back, so it doesn't.
Well, that thing came from Japan. That's the Japanese.
That's the Mr. Hanky module, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then the other one to your right, the one with the white bottom and the black top, is Russia's. That's the Soyuz. See the one at the looks like
it's the
two
little
black ball things and then a white cover.
Yep. I love the little radar dish spinning around again up in the corner.
It's Mrs. favorite.
Yep.
Spends part of the time not pointed at the Earth.
Like it kind of disappears sometimes.
Well, and look at the period of it. It's like 1 RPM that it's going around. So
Yeah, I don't know what it could be doing.
well, I would say if I was NASA, I would say, well, it's scanning for asteroid debris or
Oh boy.
meteorite fields or something like that. That would be my official NASA bullshit explanation.
I guess I don't know. I just don't understand because it looks to me like that. You should be able to see movement. I don't care where it is. If it's in space, you would be able to tell that damn spacecraft is flying 17,000 miles per hour.
You would think, yeah. There's no perspective change on the Earth.
No.
I mean, you've got. Everybody seems to forget there's two things in motion here. Not only the Earth supposedly rotating, but the ISS flying around at 17,000 miles an hour around it. And yet
so
we
I
only
can't
see
explain
one.
it. So it's flying. Okay, so we know the Earth is spinning eastward. So this is also flying eastward?
I think it's east. It's supposed to be like east north or northeast or something like that.
What does it show it's doing right now?
It's heading east. Yeah, it's flying east. Apparently, it's always flying east.
So then, do we have to assume then that the Earth that we see spinning is spinning west because the ISS is going faster the other direction? It can't be that they're both going east because.
So now it's going.
That's exactly what they're saying because
right, it's the only way it can
Earth would be turning the exact same direction as the ISS is flying.
Right. So since we know that can't be true because it's moving faster than the ISS, then we have to believe it's going the other way.
Well, the ISS 17,000 miles an hour, the Earth at 1,000 miles an hour. So that would make a 16,000 mile an hour difference.
Yeah. Except for now, it's kind of heading southeast direction.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, you can't really say southeast, TJ, because remember they're trying to show you the pattern which appears sinusoidal.
Right.
Yeah. So on the flat map, it appears sinusoidal, but on the ball, it would actually be straight.
So now I got it. So the thing is, we don't see the Earth moving at all. Then it's the ISS that we see flying that speed over the Earth.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it should be cruising at about 16,000 miles an hour.
And keep in mind too that this thing is in space. I mean, think of flying on an airplane. Does the airplane just stay steady, no wobbles, no bouncing, nothing, just stays perfectly still? Absolutely not, but that's what this thing does.
I don't understand the vacuum of space. I don't understand how it doesn't just suck the atmosphere right from the Earth. It's a vacuum of space.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
isn't it supposed to just be the most powerful force that there is?
Best vacuum ever.
It's like an
Yeah.
Uber. Best vacuum ever. It's one of those ones that they bring to your doors. What are those called?
Tons of rock and cement.
Kirby's.
Yeah.
It's a Kirby
No,
bag.
exactly. No, this would be more akin to a $500 hooker. Um, some serious suction action there.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, so okay, now I'm kind of. So, how
It's
do you
supposed to be
explain that?
Japan right here.
Oh,
Japan.
hey, John
Yeah.
Lamont's in the chat. Hey, John.
What's up, John? Hope to see you soon on your show again. Hope you bring it back for season 2.
Yeah, I do too, because it's amazing how many more people are out there now making flat Earth videos
Oh, I
and
see
doing
him showing up
investigation.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his thing is blowing up. I see videos every week of people just finding out that the flat Earth is true, and this thing is rapidly growing.
I probably should one week. I mean, if you guys got to hear some of the emails I get, I mean, the amount of people who basically could be lying to me, again, I never know if that's true or not, but people who have emailed me to say, you have changed my life. That I got an email today from a guy who said him and his wife and his daughter, who hadn't really done much as a family together in a long time, went to a local lake or pond or something and did a test for 3.5 miles and came back with no curvature. And the guy said, it's all my wife and kid could talk about for 3 days.
Oh, jeez.
It's like so awesome. And now we're going to do 7 miles and we're getting my brother-in-law. He's got a boat and it's just really cool. That in and of itself makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
It's like it makes me want to keep going because.
And that's the best thing about this conspiracy is that we can go do our own tests wherever we are, and everybody should do their own test to confirm that the test that we're doing can be done anywhere, and we all come back with the same result, or most come back with the same result.
Well, and that's what I said in my video I released today. That I don't care if it is a globe. The whole point is that we should be allowed to know where we live, and they're not giving us the evidence that's required for their preposterous claim of flying around this solar system of endless space and rotating a sun that's 92 million miles away. It's just not fair just to tell somebody those words and say, believe it. And if you don't, you're an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah.
I look at my grandparents' life and they just came and went because somebody lied to them about where they lived. They never got a chance to know.
This would be a good test that we should do. Is do a water test over ocean or whatever that has ice, because then they can't say it's refracted. Oh, that's just refracted. That's why you see it. Like, no, it's ice.
Jaron, look, on my screen now, that's what this view is. On my screen is the view of the very end of the Mr. Hankey module.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, looking down the nose of it.
Yeah, looking down the nose of it. And so I'm trying to kind of extrapolate here.
Oh, let me see. By looking back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you can switch back and forth.
Well, he kind of, I don't see his screen up anymore. Let me see.
Mine
Where
should
it goes. Won't let me switch back to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess you might not be able to see. Well, can we see where the camera is? Let me go back again.
There's a trail for you, Bob.
So we got black panels, yellow little knobby thing. Let me see, black panels, yellow little knobby. Yeah, it's right from the top here.
Yep.
Looking straight down.
Oh, man.
So people say you can't see trails. I mean, there's a perfect one.
Yeah, and they are, oh, geez. Now look at the view they gave me. Now, what is this? So, all right, so what is this thing with the little, okay, this view must be, see the thing on the lower right-hand corner of TJ's?
Oh, those are both Soyuz. Yep, TJ, yeah, he's got the picture of the one on the right there. but you've got 2. I know that they've got 2 up there right now because those guys are going to come back in one in these coming days.
Birthing each other.
Birthing each other. Oh boy. You know, it's interesting, Bob. I haven't played with my camera enough to know all the settings, but last night we took pictures of the moon, and we did it with a super high f stop or whatever that's called.
Slow shutter.
Yeah,
Okay. Shutter speed.
slow shutter speed.
Okay.
And when we took pictures of the moon, we actually got pictures of the entire moon.
But it was
So it was only like a crescent, but when we slow pictured it, when it comes out, it shows the entire moon.
see the rest of it.
Yeah, I saw one like that by Lone Zen. He posted it in the chat today.
I was shocked.
You could see the dark part.
Yeah,
even
I'd
though
never seen
the
that
crescent
before.
was lit.
Yeah, but it doesn't look lit correctly. Like, it almost looks like it's like a wrapper, for lack of a better way to put it. I'll have to show you the pictures we took. It's like there's I could probably bring it up. I'm thinking like I don't have a computer right here. Oh, I don't know how I will ever get this to you. If only there was a way to send pictures instantly across airwaves.
Yes. And speaking of that, guess what's going to be here tomorrow, Jaron?
Your laser.
Yeah, and also
Your
my
camera?
Both, yes.
Oh, man,
Camera
you gotta
shipped?
try and... You could probably, because ours, we read online that it said to set your F value at like 12 or something, and ours 12 to 20, ours only went up to 8, which still took a really amazing picture, but I was like, oh, I bet you Bob's camera is going to go up to 500.
Yeah, I know. I'm just chomping at the bit. But yeah, I got delivery notices for both of them tomorrow, and yeah, that's going to be just so cool. I can hardly wait to get that. In case anybody's wondering what I'm talking about, it's I ordered the Nikon Coolpix P900 camera, which holds the world zoom record. And if anybody's ever seen the demo videos of it, it's absolutely astounding. It has a focal length of 2,000 millimeters, and I find that astounding because my Meade LX200 10-inch telescope has a focal length of 2,500 millimeters. So it's quite a
Can you see
camera.
my screen or no?
I see TJ's screen. Let's go to
I
yours.
can see yours.
I see it. Yeah, I've got a moon there.
You see the moon there?
Uh-huh.
Oops, now I lost it. Where'd it go? Yeah, so you can see that it took the rest of the moon.
Crazy.
Isn't that a crazy picture?
Any other picture
You shot that last night?
Yep. This is the crescent from last night, but we did it on and it took about, I'd say, 15 seconds to take the picture from the time we pushed it said put it on your tripod. That's, so this is something people might not know, but you had to put it on the tripod, set it to a super slow shutter rate, and then turn down, I always set the ISO really high, because that's how you get sharper pictures, but it said to set it as low as possible, so we set it at 100, and then it said to set it on a timer of 2 seconds, because you don't want your finger to jerk the camera, so we click the shutter button, or click the picture button, and then it takes 2 seconds, and it goes into like a processing mode, and takes like 15 seconds till you get the picture.
I think it lets in more.
It like lets in a bunch of light, and it says it's really good for moving lights. Like if you wanted to do cars driving by on a freeway or something like that to get those kind of cool pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought this was really pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the one Lone Zen took also.
But I mean, I don't know what this all little shiny light is. And yeah, we're gonna try again tonight probably. Or, well, I guess it's gonna be a little bit too late tonight. But let's see if I have any other ones. That one's kind of the same. Oops. No, what's going on?
Let's
Go back here and share back.
Jaron, keep the shutter at 3.5 second shutter and high ISO to get a clearer occulted side.
No. Low ISO.
ISO or ASA? I mean, God, it's been so long since I've used
ISO
film.
usually. You remember when you used to buy 35 millimeter film? You used to buy 250 or 400 or 800.
Yeah, but that was the ASA. That was the ASA. Like I used to shoot ASA 400, which was called Tri-X or Pan-X or something like that. It was a high-speed black and white film, but that was always an ASA figure. And the ISO, I don't know if that's the right term exactly.
I just know it says in our lower left-hand corner of our camera, it says ISO, and I can go anywhere from 100 to maybe 8,000. You can't get really good pictures with the 8,000, but you can with about the 800 or 1,000, 2,000.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about the film speed that that actually comes, which basically, I guess, tells you how quickly it will imprint the picture on the film, and also in what light conditions. Anybody out in the chat know anything about that?
Here, I'm going to look it up real quick what ISO is, because I shouldn't be so dumb.
Yeah, like I said, it's been years, so... and of course, everything's digital now.
The ISO is the International Organization of Standards. No, that's not it. Sorry.
Well, that's also true, but I knew that wasn't the one you were talking about.
And maybe I am using the wrong term. And then I think it's called f-stop, but I'm not. It's like your aperture, right?
Okay, now we have.
In very basic terms, the ISO is the level of sensitivity of your camera to available light. The lower the ISO number, the less sensitive it is to light. While a higher, so what's happening is when you shoot it with when you shoot the moon with your normal camera settings, the light is blocking the rest of the moon, makes it like blurry or makes it pick up the light for the most part. But when you set it super low, then it's not really tripping out because of the light, and that's what allows it to see behind it. It says camera ISO is one of the 3 pillars of photography.
Yep. So John says, "Hey guys, why are you focusing on space fakery? Haven't you heard that the truth movement is meant to focus on fake shootings?" Oh boy, yeah, no kidding, fake shootings and yeah, we leave that to Professor Doom 1, John. He's much better at that than we are.
Or Dave J. Dave J.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that Dave J made another rebuttal?
Oh boy.
No, I was expecting that, but I didn't look.
After he was in the chat yesterday, and I was just calling him a clown. I didn't think that was going to go over too well.
Yeah,
I blocked every single one of his accounts.
Yeah, well, he'll probably just come up with more. Did you block the cars?
Thank you, Stephen James, by the way. I wish I knew that since I've been taping the moon for a damn year, and we just realized now that we should have it low setting. We always had it super high. So he seems like he knows cameras. Stephen, when do you want to set that ISO up around 1,000 or higher?
Let's see that. Oh, let's flip over to that.
You want me to flip somewhere?
Oh no, I'm flipping around. I have multiple screens, so I'm all over the place.
Ooh.
And so I'm mostly in a completely cloud-covered. It looks like it snowed cotton balls on the planet or something. And for photographing the moon, ask Crow 777.
KPN asked, I've heard you cannot see the stars or sun if you're in space due to lack of atmosphere and material objects off which light can reflect off. True or false? Well, we've never seen stars really, except for the ISS comes out with their movies like the next day or something when they supposedly change their camera settings to see the stars. But
yeah, well, it's kind of like this, and I've seen those videos too. People saying, well, you'd never be able to see the sun in space and stuff like that because it has to have something to reflect off of or diffuse the beam. But that would, and then they gave the example of like a flashlight or maybe even a laser pointer, where if you look at the end of it, you can see it, but if you hold the beam where it's going across, your field of vision, you can't see it. And that would be true, but the only problem with that is the stars are supposed to be sources of light. So theoretically, if you're looking, that would be like, kind of think of it as looking down the barrel of a flashlight when it's on. You would be able to see the source of light, theoretically.
You should be able to.
Yeah, you should be able to. So I would say, yes, you should absolutely be able to see the stars.
I never understood when they said you can't see something when it's like, well, your eyes work as a lens, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's another thing. You know, a lot of people have brought up the point that, you know, our eyes are basically convex, and therefore it changes the way we view everything. And you know, and I would agree with that to a certain extent, except when we are measuring things that are precisely straight, you would think that you know, our measurements and our tools, which are telling us precisely straight, that our eyes would see them as convex.
Well, we've actually
So,
looked into that before. Your retina is flat.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's your eye is a is a sphere or a hemisphere, but the retina itself is flat. So when you look at a wall, that wall is flat.
Right.
It's not like it's leaning, or it's not like it's bending towards you or away from you. So our
Right.
eyes actually work fairly well. I mean, you'd have to think. I know a lot of people say the eye doesn't work well, and they do fool you. I mean, we can see that in many
Oh,
instances.
God, yes. The perspective videos. Have you've seen the trick perspective videos where
Yeah.
some of those are just awesome.
Or the ones where they'll have like a green dot going in a circle, and it says "look in the middle," and it will turn pink. You're like, how the hell does that happen?
Yep. Or the ones where you'll just be staring at a bunch of weird nonsense, and then you look away and you can actually see like Jesus appear.
Right.
Those are awesome. I absolutely think those are the coolest things ever.
You know, have you ever done the one, Bob? We did it once. There's some optical illusions where you stare at them for about a minute, and you look away, and you will trip out. The whole room will ebb and flow. Oh, I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're trippy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, absolutely amazing thing. Or even the dancing ballerina girl. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, where it keeps turning.
Yeah, and it's it's not really turning either direction. It's just a series of angles, and your brain will click one way or the other to make her spin either clockwise or counterclockwise. But I'll never forget the first time I ever saw that. I had to keep playing it back. I recorded it and kept playing it back because I thought they were just changing it, right? But no, it's definitely.
Have you ever done there's a Cheshire Cat trick? You basically stand. You have to be next to a white wall. Melissa and I did it a couple months back. And you take like a handheld mirror and hold it up against your face, pointing at the door or the white part of the wall, half your face, and you just kind of stare at it for a minute. And then as you kind of let your focus go, yeah, you angle the mirror at the white wall. But as you let your focus go, all of a sudden the face disappears of the person you're looking at, and just the eyes and the smile is what's left.
It's so crazy.
It's so crazy. It's your eyes are replacing the face. They don't think the face is there because your other eye is looking at a white wall.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's amazing. TJ, are you? Oh yeah. Okay. TJ's got a feedback up.
Let me go look at his.
And you can tell. I mean, well, I'd say they like trickery. I mean, if you look at one feed, they're upside down. You look at Bob's feed, they're right side up.
Oh, and that's what I said. I think they just want to have 10 different views. It's the same thing when I've tried to investigate launches before, and there's some launches that I've found that are completely bogus. Mostly the Ariane Space French ones that are just trash. But the weird thing that they do is they've got where they launch from, it's like a star configuration, but there's like 8 cameras in a circle. And the thing is constantly switching between views, and since the background is all the same, you can never tell which camera you're looking at, so you could never even call them out. I couldn't even say anything because all somebody has to say is, well, nope, it's this camera. So it's like, okay, well, then I guess you're right. Whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that really strikes me, Jaron, is just like, for example, we're looking at TJ's picture now, and we have already determined that both the ISS and the Earth are turning the same direction, except the ISS is going about 1,000 miles an hour faster. And yet, like, if you look at this little hot spot or the sunspots supposedly that are on the ISS and shining off of it, they never move. And that in itself should tell anybody that it's absolutely fraud, because there's no way that you could be moving that fast around the Earth and changing that perspective. I mean, you can see that happen when you're driving down the street in a car.
Right, like 25.
Yeah, so it's like, for this not to be changing at all, other than, ever so slightly, there is just no explanation for that, in my opinion. And if somebody can explain that, I would love to hear it.
I don't think anybody can explain. I don't even think that rotates like a ball. I mean, if you went and grabbed a basketball and positioned a camera in the same part of the bottom of that basketball and started rotating it, it would not rotate like that. That's like a moving screen.
Somebody says check out both cams same time at n2yo.com.
Yeah. Well, that N2yo.com's got a satellite. I don't know what else, if you're talking about anything else there.
He says you can look at both cameras or something.
Well, let's find out. Let's see. I'm going to go there. N2yo.
Oh, can you just... Wait, what is this just launched?
Some new satellite.
Mouse tracked. HD live streaming from ISS. Oh, yeah, sure enough.
Which
He's
one are
right.
you looking at?
Both of them.
No, but
Sure.
where did you go?
I went to n2yo.com and then the space station, like, so let me back up.
I went to your feed there.
Oh, okay. And let me go back to it. Oh, where'd they go? Okay, now they went to just a graphic.
Huh.
Yeah, what happened? We'll have to watch that. Thanks for the link though. That's
Yeah, we'll check into that. I didn't know there was something better to watch.
HD.
Well, they found at n2yo.com that it lets you look at both. And there's also some other little tidbits of info.
Cool.
/ space station. I've got a dash, a hyphen in between my space and station, so I'm guessing that was just a typo on FKN Madness's. But let me just see, just in case. Nope, not found. So yeah, there is a hyphen in between space and station. And wow, they got some just crazy graphics going on there.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's something else we can kind of throw in the mix here.
Yeah, I'm looking at TJ's screen. It looks like they have about 10 different satellites, they call them.
Oh,
Let's see
TJ's?
what this is.
I think I'm on TJ's screen. Maybe it's Bob's.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I think everybody's watching mine, so yeah, okay.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's showing both. How are those the same thing?
Wait a minute. TJ, what are you on? How are you doing that?
I went to, well, it's,
Whose screen are we looking at? I don't even know.
I went to more stuff and then HD live streaming from ISS.
Why is the...
Okay, so let me go more stuff.
I'm so confused now.
HD live streaming from ISS.
Oh, okay. I see where we're going now.
Okay, there they are. So, yep, both of them at the same time. God, it's too bad you can't drag them side by side. But
Well,
yeah, sure enough.
We could just build a HTML page and have them side by side. That's pretty easy.
Yep. Yeah, there you go, TJ. Wouldn't
Yeah,
that
we
make
should
our
do that
life
anyway
easier?
because I was thinking about making a page to put the shows on the Jeranism, so we could do that.
Yeah, oh, and then one went dead. That would be mine.
Womp 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 womp.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it goes. It's going.
Hey, so who's got the map up? Whose screen are we looking at now?
Probably mine.
What's that little orange dot in that upper left box?
Well, there's this orange dot. That's the sun.
Right there in the middle of the equator?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sun?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, that's another thing I was thinking, or I mentioned in my video. with the way that the Earth tilts towards the sun and then away from the sun, north and south, shouldn't north and south be identical as far as their temperatures? I mean, why do we have a huge ice continent on the South Pole and nothing in the North Pole?
I don't know. Have you ever seen the video that Paul Chief does, where he takes the ice ring around Antarctica and he kind of
Yep.
Yeah, we
balls it
played
up in
with
a
it.
sphere?
We actually drove me and Missa to want a drink, to be honest. We haven't drank since our wedding, and we kind of started to get this idea. Well, then we flipped the continents around, and then we were thinking, wait a second, everything north is open, is free, is open, and the south is the North Pole. But then we started looking and said, oh wait, that means east is west, west is east. Before you knew it, we had to.
We were just like, "Ugh."
We just went and shot ourselves up with cocaine and took a nap.
Yep. Good night, John. Don't work too hard at work. He says he's off to work now. So.
Bye, John. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, that's right. Where is he? He's down in Australia, or?
Yeah, Australia.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, like, why are you going to work at 8 o'clock at night?
Holy shit.
What is that?
This is tracking a whole bunch of satellites.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, right. I think that's a braplet.
A braplet?
Nobody knows.
That's what it looks like.
Is that like an applet by Brap Allgood, or?
No, it's a bracelet by Brap Allgood.
Oh, okay.
You were close.
I was close. Okay.
He made me a very cool little bracelet here
Yeah, I never wear
that is still on my wrist, which is incredible.
Now look at that absolutely incredible detail on my screen now of a big cotton bluff, big cotton ball.
Let me see. Where are we at? Click. Oh boy. Yeah, they do real well with the detail. Now, you'll never see that detail of the Earth.
Yeah, they must be over land now, yes? Is that the case?
You'd have to scroll down.
Let's see. Oh, nope, over water. Okay, well.
And it's about to go dark again. It's so great to see what they get away with. Like, look at us, we're in the light for 4 minutes. Up, it's dark.
Yep. Yeah, it's astounding. Now, okay, so there's that blanket, and here's the end. So I'm looking at TJ's and mine. So they at least seem to have some degree of synchronization between the clouds, on the little model they're playing. So whatever they're scrolling across, I think the models are probably fairly well synced, except for that one little segment last week, which was completely off. Kind of makes you wonder what happened there. And now I'm absolutely white.
What a joke.
And I've only seen it actually kind of gradually go dark a few times. Usually it just, we'll switch cameras, the next thing you know, everything's black. So is this the Terminator coming up on TJ's feed here to the left, or?
Let me flip back over there. Okay, so that means that, okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just too stupid. So then the Earth isn't rotating because it's rotating towards the Terminator. Even though you can't see that, that's what has to be happening, and then the space station has to be flying towards the east.
Yes, that's what the map shows that is. It's going east.
So then that rotation isn't even the rotation of the Earth. It's a passing of the flying space center.
Yeah, at 16,000 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting darker and darker and darker. And then my camera's perspective, I haven't had to pull up a diagram of the space station to see exactly where this module is that's on
I want to
mine.
see your screen, though. Is there something in the sky on your screen? Just little dots.
Yeah, some lens magma, or maybe those are supposed to be stars.
I hope not.
Yeah, Yeah, that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Of course, I
They'll
don't
steal
know
it a
though.
Jewish star, probably.
Yeah, there's a little red star, a little red dot on the left side of mine.
So wait, which way? What is this? It's like the white bath of. Oh, gone.
Oh,
And it's gone.
Yep, and that's it. Now when it comes back, it'll be nighttime probably.
yeah, I'm slowly moving to darkness.
Oh, nope, I stand corrected.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
Oh,
Let's
is that
see
the
where-
moon? No. Wishful thinking.
Yeah, really wishful thinking.
Never see the moon. Never.
Oh, and yeah, be careful making that comment because somebody last week jumped in and said, "Oh, well, that's because you're pointed down at the Earth. Of course, you're not going to see the moon." It's like, oh, really? Is that why you caught that one shot? I'll never forget that one shot, Jared.
That little dancing thing came down the wall.
I was just going, really?
It's still great too because all the ones we find are just found by randomly going there and watching for a little bit, and we see something like that. We're like, how the hell did we catch that?
Yep. Did I ever tell you guys that story the very first night that I joined the Ustream feed, and I joined it under a different email address, and I started typing in the comments. Where's the parallax? Where's this? Where's that? And they basically said, go away, crazy person. And the next
They
thing I
always do.
knew, my account was banned. It was terminated. So
Really?
I had to create a whole nother new one. I went downstairs. I'm like, I told Cammie and Jaron, about it, and I showed them. It's like those guys just somehow they terminated my account. It was
How
unbelievable.
can your view be completely white and his view has no white?
Well, that's one of those little minor synchronization problems, isn't it?
Very minor. Truth, false. It's a thin line.
Yeah. Very thin line. Yeah. So, yeah. TJ's. Now mine went away.
Yeah, because they
So
realized
we-
the syncing was off.
We
Yes.
need to, Jaron. We need to put one of the pages on the site have both feeds together.
Okay. I'm game for that. Sounds like
I had it up right there. I'm on.
You're on again?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm on, and
Oh.
I'm on with darkness, and now TJ's got the view.
I'm over complete darkness, but my station's all lit up.
Yeah. And if my view was the one that was looking down on the Mr. Hanky part here, then why isn't it lit? Of course, right now we have no idea what view they're supposedly on.
Jeez, that's a mess.
Yeah, because didn't you used to see that satellite-looking thing over to the right of mine?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
used to see that in the shot, which
What's in the lower right-hand corner, Bob?
Of
I see like a flashing black light lower right-hand corner over there.
oh yeah, I see that.
What is that?
I don't know. I think if TJ, do you have that feed up?
Well, let me see.
Guess let's see the one that I'm on.
Oh, my little
here,
my emblems are in the way. I can't see it. I just saw it from your view. I can't really see it here.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. It's almost like a scan line at the bottom of the picture or something that maybe is popping up. You see those on your TV every once in a while where they don't have it quite
Yeah.
framed right.
Now, see, look at this right here. This should be proof for everyone that this is a fraud. Because how is the sun on this side of that module? So this big module on the left, TJ, grab your mouse and put it on that module next to the orange Mr.
on this
Hanky.
one, the silver one.
I don't see your mouse now.
Ah, bastards!
Bless it.
See that? They knew what was going on. Like, oh, they turned on jeranism. It was like, shit.
Thank goodness they can rewind.
They got to hit rewind.
Go back to the saved ones or the other videos, TJ, because sometimes you can, if you scroll down for a little bit, people can save highlights. So, oh, there's one. See where it says panning around?
Yep.
Yeah, so sometimes you can find people who would save a highlight. I think we already saw that one. That's what we were looking at when it was panning around.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
when something interesting happens, somebody can save a highlight there. And I've seen good stuff
How
in
do
the
you do
highlights.
that?
It says right there, when you're on the live, there's a button that says make a highlight or something. You have to be on the live feed though.
Okay.
But if you scroll down some more, you'll find maybe another highlight. See that one says
Let's look at the hurricane. It's 8 minutes. Hurricane Ignacio.
Ignacio. Oh, that looks like a waterfalls, Ignacio. Oops.
I'm watching the chat here. This is kind of interesting. Let's see.
Is there any questions? I haven't been paying attention for the last 10 minutes.
I don't know. I just why don't the Guinness Book of World Records recognize the satellite's breaking speed records? Good question, Matt.
Who cares about breaking the speed of sound when you've got this ISS?
That's right.
Well, you know what's really funny is when I was looking into the whole Felix Baumgartner space jump, if you look at the guy who certified all the records, Utley is his last name. I can't think of his first name right now. He has been found guilty of fraud, like a bunch of times, and he's in charge of the space records.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine that, and he's been found guilty of fraud and manipulation, and a whole website about him and all the things. Brian Utley, there we go. And yeah, look him up, and you'll have some fun with that, and then wonder how Felix Baumgartner broke 6 records that day.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
Being convicted of fraud over being the record keeper of a fraud.
Yeah. He felt right at home.
Oh yeah, right up his alley.
Man, this is a massive. What was it? A hurricane?
My God, how big is that? Was that thing supposed to be? It was in Ignacio. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. How wide was it? Oh, we're turning.
Uh-oh. Oh, awesome sauce. Gotta love this.
They were trying to line that up perfectly. Shouldn't the thing be turning?
No, you're expecting too much.
Yeah.
It just makes me hungry for like ice cream or something.
Makes you think of taking a bath.
What do you say?
No, somebody pulled the plug on the ocean. It's all spiraling down. It's Coriolis
It's
down.
the soap water. It's the foam from the soap.
It's the fountains of the deep.
Yep. Yep. Somebody says there's no reason not to see stars on the dark side. Also, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I've heard people say, go outside and try and take pictures of the stars. It's like, I go outside and take pictures of the stars any night.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
What are you talking about? It's not hard to do.
Now look what I have. I have this little sliver. Oh, and it went away. Well, what was that? Oh, they turned it off. Let's see if it comes back. I had a little sliver of the Earth, just
I
a
saw
little
it,
bit of
and then I
light.
popped
Oh,
over
there it
to
is.
you.
It's back. It's back.
Now, what is it? How could the sun be rising already?
I don't know. Good question. Let's see where we are. Oops, wrong one.
If that's not the fakest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, in the middle of, yeah, right. Look where it is.
Yeah, no chance.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there you go. That's real.
Look at this, babe.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty fake.
Oh, yeah. Like, where's that supposed to be?
That's the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So that's where the atmosphere starts and stops, right there.
Yes.
It ends there.
Testify, Brian. Tell us the way it is.
Watch out, we might fall into this hole right here and go down the drain. Oh, we're going down the drain. I called it. Here we go. I used to have this reoccurring dream a lot.
I love those curly wires and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the curly wires are awesome. Oh, and look, and at the end of them, again, little BNC connectors.
Oh, and that up there is section C3. I knew that.
Yeah.
Here's section BS.
Now, Bob, isn't that the little place where the light was shining yesterday or last time on that panel?
On.
Oops, it's rotating out of
Yeah,
rotated
actually,
out of play.
can you back it up? Because I think it was, actually.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, man.
I can't do nothing.
You talking to me?
What the?
Let's try to get it back. All right.
Ooh, see.
All right. Well, I see a circle with a little triangle in it.
I don't know. I don't know what you were talking about from last time.
Well, you have to pull up the video and look at it. But I mean,
Okay.
And I'll see if I'll find it, and then. But it's exactly the point where the heavenly light shines down upon the space station. right on the Illuminati eye. We're rotating here, and of course I'm completely black. So
that's the first time I've ever seen that happen, though. Of course, there's no stars, so it doesn't prove anything. But
right,
they're just tracking this thing down to a T. Like, look, we can see this non-rotating hurricane.
Yeah. So again, if the ISS is on completely the dark side, being completely shielded from the Earth, and I guess we're still would be pointing down to the Earth, but there's still a horizon there, and with how many quintillion stars out there, you'd think we'd see one, or at least some lightning strikes, right? Where are the lightning strikes? Especially with all those clouds.
Yeah, the fact that you see no stars is a dead giveaway.
Yep. But yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you look at the feeds with the lightning strikes on it, and it's ungodly how many of them there are. Of course, it makes me wonder. I mean, I have no doubt that there's lightning strikes like that all over the place, especially at this time of year. But I think that maybe I wonder if those are just fake too.
What's the white hot spot or what?
Oh yeah.
Hot spot.
Yeah, the sun must be right above it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sun is really beating down on that hurricane.
93 million miles away, boys.
Yeah. I think the sun maybe is a laser beam. It's got to be a laser beam.
That is proof. That's just a couple of its rays hitting that.
Also, another thing I was thinking today is the sun is 93 million miles away, and then the moon, which is 250,000, moves in front of the sun, and that makes the sky go dark. Are you kidding me?
Yes, because the rays can't reach around the moon.
Yeah, they can from 93 million miles.
It's interesting because the moon goes in front of the sun, but it doesn't block the sun rays necessarily. I don't know.
The biggest joke of all to me is the fact that you can't see the moon approach the sun on a solar eclipse.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, we got to try the aperture on our camera. We'd have to wait, of course, until the next solar eclipse, which I don't think is till
After
the next eon. So.
After the world ends.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a while, isn't it, for that?
I think March. I could be wrong on that.
That hurricane is still lit up.
It's got that super bright center.
Wow, that's crazy. How do they explain that? You just got to wonder. And not only that, if it was the sun's hot spot, it seems like it's just tracking right along with it.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that though. It's a dead giveaway.
Yep.
And it doesn't even spin. So that's not a very scary hurricane in my mind.
Yep. Robbie K77 says, "We know the Earth is round because somebody told you." Absolutely true,
Yeah,
Robbie.
Somebody told
Whoa,
you.
they just changed their shot. Oh wait, that's because we are over. That was the end of that recording.
Oh, okay. No, we still have nothing on the live.
Oh, here we
feeds.
go. Here we go. This is what we've been looking for. The Congo lightning. Wait.
Oh, they're getting where you got a lightning strike, a lightning video, huh?
No, it's not lightning.
Supposedly.
Oh, you found somebody save it?
Someone saved it as Congo lightning.
You guys do know there's an eclipse on September 13th, right?
Yes. Oh, on the 13th?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
I wonder who gets to see it. Let me see again. It's a partial solar eclipse. But
listen to this one. Kyle Reese says, "Thing that's funny is these guys are all talk, no proof." Gee, what? I thought we were looking at the proof.
Oh, we're supposed to prove it beyond this?
Yeah, apparently, because we're just all talk.
All
Well,
right,
we
just
showed the bright white light and the non-spinning hurricane. Okay.
Shill alert! Shill alert!
Well, it's just watch my video. It just talks more about what they can get away with anything. Like I said, somebody will see Aldrin throw his backpack out of the LEM and make an excuse for it. Why it's okay, why he was fine, why he lived through it, because this and that, and science says this, and science is never wrong. So.
Oh, check it out. Kyle says he has 115 IQ.
Oh, is that all?
Isn't that low?
Barely over average. I know average is supposed to be like what, 100 or 105 or. I mean, I know that they won't let you be a police officer if you have an IQ over 105, and that is a fact. So well, maybe he would be able to be a detective or something. I don't know.
Here we go. We've got a satellite coming in. It's that Soyuz or whatever that one is. Looks like an airplane.
What's coming? What is this? What did you find? Oh man, these are my favorite.
Hold on, this is the Soyuz coming in.
4 days ago. I didn't know they had another. Oh, now I got to watch another launch film.
Yeah, another fake launch film.
Somebody's faking space.
Unbelievable.
Look at this thing flying. This is classic that people believe this.
No, it's little.
Oh, now just move things with it. Here we go. We're gonna catch you. Don't worry. You ever heard the lady who talks when she's on there?
Yes.
And now we're going to eclipse. And we are 7.4 and 3951.3.
Yeah, I like what
people.
D. Murphy 25 or allegedly Dave says about that. He goes, yeah, now that we've heard the announcers state the bloody patently obvious or something like bloody obvious.
They like even make it like a little video game with the crosshairs, and we're trying to line it up. Whoa, what's going on?
Why are you zooming in? Oh, look at that. It's aliens shooting their beam of light out.
Oh, wow.
What is going
Looks
on?
like Scotty's beaming something onto it, I guess. Looks like a transporter beam.
That's the moon projector.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you see Dave, What's His Nuts has got a picture of the moon projector, supposedly?
Dave, what's his nuts?
Dave Johnson.
No. Does he think the moon's fake?
He thinks there's a satellite up there projecting it, And, honestly, I've wondered about that myself, but he actually has posted a picture of what he claims to be the projector.
Yes, I've seen that. It's a tiny little thing, and then
I gotta check it out.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video.
Does he talk about clickety-clack shoes? Because I can't stand that. I'm not watching it if I gotta watch clickety-clack.
This is a clickety-clack projector,
Oh, man, this thing's shooting all kinds of chemtrails.
Yeah, what is going on? It's shooting things.
Oh, awesome. Those must be its thrusters. That it's shooting stuff out into space that you can see visibly maneuvering jets. That's it. That's what it's got to be doing.
From both sides.
Yeah.
Nice maneuvering.
It's shooting out Febreze.
I look at those and all I can picture is like little fire extinguishers mounted on each side of it. Somebody's just pushing the handles.
Whoa. It makes no sense. If that's a glare from the sun, how is the sun not lighting the Earth below it? Ugh.
CD says that the Pleiades projects the moon.
Oh, the Pleiades does? That's a long-range projector.
Yes, it is. That's. I assume he's got to be joking.
It's only about probably 75 quintillion mile range. Slightly better than those ones teachers use, the overhead projectors.
Oh, that is just.
Man, that thing is pumping.
What is it doing?
Oh, look, it's got a cross. It's got the cross with the circle around it. Oh, here we go with our symbolism again.
And you can even see that it's just, see that beam sticking straight up and down from it? That's what it's on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you can see the circle on the Celtic, what is that, the Celtic cross or something?
Yeah, the Celtic cross, yeah.
Yeah, there's our symbology. Oh, thank you, Masons.
Boy.
We were wondering where that was. Last week it was the beam over the eye. Now this week we got the Celtic cross. I bet you we see
appreciate it
something like
stopped
this
getting
in all of it.
shot at, though.
Yep.
Wait, did you see that?
On the left side?
Hold on. Over on the right side, something shoots off of it. Let me see if I can see it.
I'm
I
watching.
don't know if I backed it up. There it goes.
Okay.
Did you
Okay.
see-
CD.
yeah.
Yep. CD.
Yep.
I will check the Paul Chiefs model. If all the stars are at the top of the dome, if it's affixed to the top of the dome. Okay.
There was another thing that flew off the bottom of the screen towards it.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, now of course.
No, there
people are
goes another
saying
one. Look it. There it goes.
UFOs. Yeah. There's like all kinds of stuff floating around out there.
Yeah, actually, if you go through those highlights, about a week ago, somebody put space junk or something, and there is a significant amount of debris flying everywhere. Oh,
Yeah,
squirt.
Yeah, they flushed the toilet, apparently. And
Oh, there
went
goes
Mr.
something else.
There went Mr. Hanky.
Did
Yeah,
you
things
see
flying
that?
everywhere.
But like this stuff is so tiny. Think about it, how close it came to the camera. It's so tiny. Like it can't be like UFOs or whatever, because it would have to be way larger than that.
Micrometeoroids.
Yes.
It's bugs.
Clickety-clack skulls.
No problem, CD.
Okay, what's going on?
You have to get ready to change to the game television.
If anybody believes this, I'm gonna quit life.
Don't do that.
I give
'cause
up.
people like
Watch.
Reddit out like I believe it.
Yes, I believe, I believe.
Of course, we got that white dot out there in the middle. Oh, now it's gone.
What is this thing doing? It's so funny. And these are unmanned spacecraft, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know if that one's unmanned or not.
Well, this is supposed to be a satellite, so I think it is unmanned.
Oh. Whoa! And
This is
see-through.
supposed to be a satellite?
Whoa! What just happened here? What's that thing in the background, like the eye sitting there
I
staring?
totally saw that.
Yeah, no kidding. So why is if this is a satellite, why is it using correction jets all the time? Is it supposed to be trying to dock, or
Yeah,
or is
it's
this
gonna dock.
just passing by?
No, it'll dock. They'll never show you a real satellite because they don't exist.
Well, yeah, I know that. And after working for several years in the satellite industry, I'm kind of embarrassed.
After walking around my neighborhood and seeing every satellite dish pointed directly west or east on people's roofs, it's like, that's not even to the sky.
Why is it with this thing coming in like this, we can see stuff flying around, but any other time we can't see anything? Like, there goes those bugs.
What is that stuff?
Moths flying towards the light.
I don't know, but they,
This can't be something that they would do in water. There'd be no reason.
well, and the puppet strings are kind of bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, lights out. See-through. Squirt. I've done some damage to myself now, though. Whenever I watch this, I just want to play the Russian hat dance or whatever that I play on that video.
Come on, do something good for us. That's amazing. And look at that. Boy, look at if that's a satellite, look at the size of that thing. It's kind of creeping on in. Is that the Hive astronaut Kelly? See you later, Robbie K. Oh man.
Oh, got the green flare.
Here it comes. Hey, cool stickers on the side there.
They went through the 2500 degree, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were talking about the stickers last week, somebody goes, well, it's just high temperature paint. Well, it may be, but man, what kind of paint withstands 4,500 Fahrenheit or 2,000 Celsius?
Maybe they should work on metal that withstands that temperature first and go to paint second.
You got that right. That is some serious paint. And then the little fabric stuff too, that they put all that stuff up there.
So where are these flares coming from now? Because we haven't had this before.
I don't know. Got it again with the open wires. The conduit going into open wires. You've got a ground bar going down the side here. I can see that. So clearly this is, I would almost bet that this is some commercial piece of equipment that they've kind of just taken the cover off of and then kind of integrated into the model. And it absolutely looks like microwave equipment.
Can't tell. Is this the number 13 right here? Is that like a 1-3? You can't tell if that's a number 1 or not.
Can't tell either.
No, it looks like an IK to me. I don't know. Very strange. Yeah. But again, these are clearly microwave components. I mean, absolutely. So I'm sure that these are coming from some sort of a microwave transmitter, because this looks like stuff that I used to work on years ago. In the microwave transmission sites, especially with the hard cable lining down inside the chrome stuff. You've got the ground bar running across there, and then the white caps that are sealed for RF, so you don't get any microwave leakage or anything like that, or ingress or egress. And these look like across these little strips.
Look at that thing moving back there.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? And then what is this little thing on the end of the Canada arm? Looks like a little antenna sticking up.
How important?
You trying to mix in sound bites there, Jaron? Or Joe Rogan. Oh yeah, I saw Eric Dubé's video on Joe Rogan.
Oh, what?
Oh man,
Robbed.
Well, you can scroll it forward. But anyway, I was saying I was watching Eric Dubé's thing on Joe Rogan. Did you guys watch that at all?
Yeah, it was short, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fairly. I mean, it shows him, basically he's the world's biggest opponent of the moon landings, and then the next clip is just, totally changing his mind. And
but he didn't show when he had. Did you see him have the flat Earth brought up last week?
I did. I saw that. Because one of his friends is really big on flat Earth.
Yeah, but he called flat earthers idiots and charge or something.
Yep.
Not that we're not used to it.
We're not intellectual.
Are you talking about Eric's friend or?
No, Joe Rogan's friend.
Oh, Joe Rogan's friend. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. He was talking about the tweets that he did in all caps, saying "No, it isn't" or something like that, and he thinks he's being really clever. It's like what a dick for.
And you could tell it was just killing him too. I think.
Yeah, either
He just hated that. He just hated having to even talk about it.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. His best friend's giving him crap. It's like, what's going on with you?
Well, and he knows that you can't go from as being inanimate as he was and calling that guy Philip Plast a little bitch and things like that to oh no, I totally agree with it now. Sorry, that's not the way it works. Yeah.
The bad astronomer.
Yeah, the bad man.
He's absolutely appropriately named, isn't he? the bad astronomer.
Well, the way I want somebody to ask him about Armstrong throwing his backpack out of the LEM. See what scientific excuse they come up with this one.
What is this thing right here? This like jagged alien looking thing.
That's a solar panel.
No, this one coming out straight out from where the solar panels are. Looked like
Oh.
it belongs on like a Klingon ship or something on Star Trek.
You know what it is? If you switch over to my screen, I think it's this thing up in the middle, Jaron. Do you see mine?
Yes, that's very fake.
Yeah. Well, these are the one. Of course, I'm on the Clues forum page here, and these are the ones that are showing the different constructs of the
But they
ISS.
found one with a. Does it have a light on the top of it? Scroll back up. Why would you have light? Is that a light?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's
a good question.
Let's put lights on our solar panels.
Yeah. So yeah, we look at these, and of course, over the years, the construct of the solar panels are totally different, and that's what they were laughing at. That and the damage that they were highlighting at here.
Just for a good laugh, too, you should bring up some of the. Just put ISS transits the sun.
Oh, God.
Those are my favorite.
Yep, that was another thing that Clues Forum just absolutely ripped apart.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
calculated the size and went, really? Absolutely impossible that you could see that. I love that website. This is so good.
I just don't like it. You can't register there.
You can, but in order to be able to comment, you have to submit a little bit of an introduction letter, I guess they call it. It's kind of an essay about your
Probably the best way to
background.
do it.
Yeah, absolutely it is. It keeps the shills to a minimum. And of course, if a shill registers there, it does not take long before Simon and Hoi Polloi and all the other guys just absolutely out them. And as soon as they get debunked, they immediately start the ad hominem attacks against the Clues Forum guys.
I popped back over to the Flat Earth Society forum this week and left a couple posts, mostly aimed at the guys who are still there with 5 and 10,000 posts. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like, what are you guys doing? How much do they pay you to just sit here all day and drive people away? What is that finger thing?
Oh,
It's
that's
like someone's pointing at it.
Somebody's
Yes,
pointing at it. Yeah, that's supposed to be the ISS. It's like, really?
Look, I could see it in my telescope.
Yeah, it's got one panel. That's what I was saying. I wonder if they don't have, when the thing that's flying over that people are looking at isn't some sort of an aircraft, and they've got like the wings lit up, and they have extra appendages on it. That would be like an extra stabilizer or just some weird
I mean,
design.
I wouldn't doubt that. Don't you think they have to have something that can fly 100,000 feet and take pictures?
I would.
You would think, yeah.
That's what I
Something's
was
got to
thinking.
be up there.
I know someone, I was watching a video, I can't remember who it was, and they're saying how it kind of looks like a U-2 flying up there when they're looking at the pictures from a distance.
Yeah. So, TJ, what are you doing on this? Do we have any feeds up live? Let's see.
So I'm watching you.
Oh, are ya? Okay, I was just whipping around. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of these pictures. There you go, the Lockheed Martin space blimp.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And, who knows? Maybe that is something like they've got going. I wonder how high dirigibles go.
I wouldn't. I heard somebody saying that the moon could be something like that, like a huge, what did they say, nylon or something? I forgot what the thing that they said it was made out of, but I was like, who knows?
Cheese.
All I have to do is say something, and then the emails start pouring in.
Oh, God, I know.
I could say tomorrow that unicorns are taking over the Saudi Arabia, and I would get 6 emails from people saying, I've been thinking that exact same thing for months.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I remember I was talking to you guys about doing the jeranism.com emails for us.
Oh, yeah.
And I am going to do that, by the way. I'll have that set up this week. I just need to have you redirect the MX record.
Okay.
And then, but it'll be interesting to see the traffic influx during a show on the emails.
Look at that. Who took that picture?
Yeah.
Well, these are all the different phases over the years and how inconsistent the builds are. and also the differences in the solar panel, the actual construct of the solar panel.
Right.
They're just completely different, and we haven't gotten to the part yet where they show the damage. That's the part that's comical, because you have multiple different space agencies showing supposedly the same damage, and they're completely different. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Here they're showing some of the patches that they have.
They're all cryptic. Look at that.
Oh, I know. That's our little beam of light over the eye again, as always.
The Phoenix.
Here we go. Let's see. Which one is this? I mean, it's just crazy. The construct of this thing.
Never mind about the eclipse on the 13th. I just looked at it. The only people who can see it, Antarctica and South Africa, like the Madagascar. That's it.
Oh, Antarctica can see it. Hey, all right.
Oh, let's say, is that an airplane? But that's a shuttle over there.
Oh, this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks real, doesn't it? Look, the shuttle's almost as big as the whole damn space station. God. It's kind of like that picture of the Earth where the United States takes up the entire northern hemisphere.
Jeez. I gotta show you this real quick. This is actually what they say the eclipse will look like.
The solar eclipse?
Where is it here? This one? Maybe a second. Let me. Can you see my screen? Let me know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Introducing.
Oh, I don't see anything yet. I still see your logo.
Yep. See the logo.
Oh, there it is. And share. Now you see me?
Nope. Oh, wait. What the eclipse will look like near maximum point?
Yeah, ready for this?
Yeah.
Tell me how often you see this movement of the moon and sun here. So it's going to come up like this. And then it's going to roll over and like that.
What the hell?
God.
And here's the locations that can see it. Like, you have to be right in here only. So I'm going to travel down there. I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody in South Africa?
Yeah. Or anybody in Antarctica? You know, they have you guys know I'm also a ham radio operator. I have been for, God, a long time. But one of my most favorite QSL cards that I got, and QSL cards are basically confirmations of places that you worked or talked to. And I talked to the call sign KC4AAA, which was supposedly at the Edmondson Scott station. And supposedly it's still down there. But if there's any ham radio operators out there that actually have an HF rig, it would be interesting to see if you can contact them. God, what I wouldn't give to be able to talk to them now.
Wow.
And just ask some really key questions. So if you go back on my screen, Jaron, this is another thing I thought was hilarious. They've got a close-up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've got a close-up of the solar panels, and it looks like they're just tinfoil, because look at the damage on it. It says, are the ISS solar panels made of thin tinfoil?
And masking tape?
Oh, man. What?
Yeah, look at here's the rips. It's like, this is, like,
what is the purpose of the metal poles on the left?
Well, that's supposedly the infrastructure that supports them out there. This is like supposed to be some sort of a tower or something. But so you got two rips in the tinfoil here. That's supposed to be a solar array, by the way. And now look at this, and this is what I was talking about. Look at the rips. This is from one space agency. Okay.
They're not even the same panels.
Right, and then this is another space agency, and this is supposed to be exactly the same damage, by the way. It's like the solar panels don't even look, they're not the same. They're absolutely not the same, and that's what they were making fun of here. And of course, and this shows an evolution of them.
Whose website is the Clues Forum?
It belongs to a guy named Simon Shack, or at least that's his handle. His real last name is actually, the meaning of it I forgot what it was, but the meaning of it means a small house or a shack. So he picked that when somebody told him what his last name meant. So Simon Shack, and he is the guy that produced the September Clues video,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which is, bar none, the best 9/11 video ever.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, hands down. So I mean, and so like I said, his investigators are just top notch, and I've been talking for years. I'm going to submit a letter, and I'm going to. I want to really become one of their investigators, because I kind of want to get in there and advocate a little bit for the flat Earth model, and hope and see how that comes out. But yeah, this is just hilarious. The construct that they show, the close up, and they've got these little wires that are tying this all together. Now, I have never, ever in my life seen a solar panel, a collector panel like this, because where do they put the chemicals inside, the cadmium and all this stuff?
And I'll pay money to watch an astronaut try and tie those little ties with their gloves on.
Yeah, right. Absolutely unbelievable.
TJ, see what's up with the ISS. See around?
Still in the dark. Let's see where
Oh,
we're
we got
at.
something. We got something coming up on one of them. Is that mine or yours?
We're over Africa right now, North Africa. Oh, we're going to see the Caspian Sea. It's in light.
Oh, hey, all right.
Looks like a pinball machine to me.
That's right. That's the one you did the thing on, was the Caspian Sea. It'll probably be exactly the same view that you saw. So yeah, it looks like you got some light coming on there, TJ.
What is that?
Wow.
Is that supposed to be lightning out there?
Just happening in the same exact spot over and over again.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, whose screen are you on, Jeremy? On TJ's or mine? I don't even see TJ's at the bottom now. What happened?
Oh, I think I'm on TJ's, but I'm not sure. I see just like a glowing bar cross thing over here on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go.
And it looks purple right now.
It's the purple sun. It's
Oh.
first color that comes
Wow. I don't know if that's supposed to be the ISS light, but that came pretty quick.
through. There
Yeah,
should
I'm
not
sorry.
be any lights on.
Oh, I've got sunrise on my guys.
Coming
I have
over.
sunrise. There we go. Look at this.
Sunrise my ass.
I gotta see this. Where's Bob? Oh,
Oh, and look, city lights or something. No, I don't know what that is.
Glare.
Yeah. Glare, yeah.
Yeah. Now remember that you can't see the sun rays in space, and that's why you can't see the stars.
Yep.
It's like, how would you not be able to see the stars, but you can see that light? You can even see the little reflection, light bulb reflection, lower right-hand side. See that little, looks like a thimble?
Yep.
That's exactly what you'll see if you take a picture kind of fading away from like your light bulb in your bedroom. It's like the filament.
Oh, somebody says we have no sense of humor.
Oh, I think it's hilarious, really. Again, why is there no sun on the Earth? What
Yeah,
is it waiting for? Oh, it's the 8 minutes. It's got to be 8 minutes till the light gets here. 93 million miles.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's right.
Speed of light.
Yep. So, TJ, are you on the other feed by any chance? Oh, I just went dark.
I'll jump back over.
Yeah, jump on yours because you should be starting to see sunrise, I would imagine.
Yep, now the sun is glowing off the top of the Japanese tinfoil.
God's back.
Lead foil, I don't know what kind of foil that is.
You see that little shadow straight down at the bottom? just a little shadow that's happening down there. It just could not possibly physically happen.
Are you talking about on TJ's or mine?
Yeah, TJ's, I think. Oh, you have a view too.
Yeah, they're both up. We now see light on both of them. Mine's just the bottom of that one module. And TJ's got more of the ISS in view with the Mr. Hanky module.
Yours is prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what you've got. See if you're still in the same exact view. Whoa, you got the that guy from Star Wars.
Bob's got
Yep.
nothing.
Yeah, the R2D2. Yep. I just went black. Oh, it's coming back online again.
Bob's channel works about 2.5% of the time.
Oh, look at my new view.
All right, let me see.
That's
What the
special.
hell?
What?
Thank you. I mean, how can somebody explain this to me? How can that part of the ship get sun, but not the Earth? How could the sun be shining up and not out? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. This is just classic.
Looks
Absolutely
like the
priceless.
Pringles man up top there. See the Pringles guy?
Yeah. Man, I wish they would show that picture of the Illuminati eye that had the. That would be great.
Oh, boy. The last thing I expected was to put everybody to sleep every Tuesday night.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a good time. I don't know about them, but this is definitely picking up my day. I needed to look at some NASA stuff for a good laugh.
See, now you know exactly. I told you guys. I said if you ever want to have a good Sunday, grab the kids, grab the wife, sit on the couch, and watch ISS live.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. We've got some Earth starting to glow.
Coming over. Oops, that's not you. I like the white trumpet back there, whatever that is.
Oh no, the seventh trumpet.
That's the 7th trumpet. It really just makes no sense. I mean, how is the top of the Soyuz, the white part, in the sun if the sun's behind the Earth? Am I missing something?
Yeah, refraction's not working out so well.
Oh, refraction. It's a fatamorgana. I knew it. It's a mirage.
Yes, it's a mirage.
It's a mirage.
It's a mirage.
Because somebody told you.
Too funny.
You know who's one of the funniest men in space, though, is Patrick Moore. Or was one of the funniest.
Really? Who? I don't think I know him. Who is he?
Well, he ended up wearing it as he got older. I think he's dead, to be honest, but maybe not. I could be mistaken on that. But he's an interviewer who's done space stuff for years, but towards the end of his life, he was a very large, fat man and wore like one spectacle. You know, like people who wear like one glass.
Oh, yeah, a monocle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
monocle.
The Monopoly guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't know who
monocle.
Patrick Moore is?
No.
Mr. Armstrong, when you went to the moon, did you happen to look at the solar corona?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually can't do very good impressions. I'm glad you picked it up from that.
Yes. Yeah, I did. That was actually pretty good.
He's one of my favorites, but he's just preposterous like all those guys.
But he's really nice and genuine.
But he's very nice, and I think he's one of the most genuine. He always questions things, you know, like, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Whereas Carl Sagan would have
Oh, come on.
let them get away with anything. As long as you talk like this,
Yes.
walk around with your nose up high.
Yes. I love British, English, British accents and Australian accents. I think they're awesome.
Anything better than American accents?
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I do like the list of people from New York. I have to admit that.
And it parked the car.
I went there, spent about a week and a half there once, but everything was like, "Oh, you're over there on 8th Avenue." What was that? 8th Avenue. 8th Avenue. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, park the car.
Yep. Uh-oh. What are we? Let's see. Who are we on? I don't have a feed and some. Let's see. Who's live?
Nobody.
Nobody. The
I'm
fast
still
food.
blue.
You're blue. I'm blue. I'm Mr.
Go back to the
Blue.
recorded stuff. TJ, I'll find something for us.
Yeah, and we're in broad daylight too. Unbelievable.
Oh, they have a hard time communicating at certain points.
Yeah, let me go over to the multiple. Oh, there's one. One of them's back on.
Mine's
Unless-
not.
I think yours is, TJ.
What are those
No,
little white?
I'm-
What are those middle ones there, TJ? Is that
So
more
we
of the those
Oh.
white framed ones.
come back. Well, the white frame ones are their tests that they run.
Oh, those
They
stupid
look like boring, as-
macro, micro.
but they've got one with a map. I don't know what that's all about.
Go flip, see what Bob's looking at.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm back
pretty.
offline.
Ooh,
Okay.
water. I should have known.
Back offline.
What's in the sky over there, Bob?
I don't know. That's a good question. There's a bunch of...
Looks like an elephant man.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? It's like
That's kind of scary.
that is weird looking. You know what that looks like? Because that looks like one of those things that John Leonard Walton photographs from the movie Interstellar. Have you seen that, by the way? The Interstellar movie?
I haven't seen it.
That is just weird.
I
That's
boycott
through.
all space movies.
Well, this one is shot from the ground through a telescope through his some device that he invented himself. And when you look at that, and all the stuff is shot through his telescope, it is the craziest, most bizarre thing I've ever seen. In fact, I think when I was playing it a couple weeks ago, that's the thing that you probably got your notice on of your streaming protected content. You remember that notice that popped up?
Oh yeah, they blocked that video. It's blocked
They
in
did?
several countries. Yeah,
Really? Wow, how rude.
the one where you showed the fractals and thing. I mean the vibrational things.
Oh, the cymatic stuff?
Yeah, that blocked that video in a bunch of countries, and
Oh,
I don't know why. They just do whatever they want.
they're asshats. I know.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it. I don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah. So, but it's still showing in the United States, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It just says blocked in the following 10 countries or something. But no, it's not the United
They
States.
have a lie they have to keep.
Bob, can you repeat that? Well, CD, honestly, I don't know what part to repeat because I know where you guys are on about a 30 or 45-second delay from us. So
Repeat it all, Bob. Everything you
yes,
said
I've
tonight.
spewed out so much bullshit. I don't know what I said.
Us either. Let's see here. I was going to find this.
God. Yeah, both of them are blue. Neither one. So I'm just reading comments right now. Sorry for the silence, guys.
Yeah, tell me if you see any questions. I'm actually looking for something that I was going to show that I can never find when I want it. Typical?
Forgot to mention Jaron Lyon Cox has the best lip gloss ever used by a man on TV. How do I know? does Crying Box use lip gloss? Apparently,
Somebody
yeah.
told me. I don't know. He's got definitely the best hair, and I'm sure he's got the best lip gloss too.
Okay, Bob, the telescope guy who made his own. Wow.
Oh, you were talking about Interstellar.
Oh, that. Okay, all right. God, sorry, getting old here. Yes, there's a video by Jose Escamilla, and it's called Interstellar, and his name is John Leonard Walton, And Jose Escamilla actually has a YouTube page, but that video is not on it because it's for sale. But there is a person that has the entire video uploaded, so you can watch it. But that thing has just amazed me for years. I think I actually bought that video or bought the DVD that he sold on that, geez, at least 6 or 7 years ago. And it still just floors me every time I watch it. And I try to figure out what that is. And like I've quoted before, they make a statement about something to the effect of, he will never look at the stars like the Big Dipper the same again, because his inference is that those are actually some type of projections or something coming down from there. But when the telescope zooms in on them, it just shows these incredibly bizarre morphing figures, and some of them actually look anthropomorphized. They have, like, skeleton figures, or but they definitely have structure to them. Jose Escamilla calls them starships, but I have no idea what they are, but they are fascinating to watch. But yeah, CD says John Lard Walston YouTube, but like I said, CD, that particular video is not on his channel because it's for sale, but somebody else did upload it. And what are we watching over here, TJ? Just more recorded stuff?
Got anything yet?
Yeah, it's recorded. I don't know what they're doing. Just kind of watching them float around. See if I notice anything odd besides the big eye on the door.
Who pushes more bullshiz, Jaren or NASA?
That's pretty close.
Let's see. But yeah, I'm watching both channels. Both of them are down right now, even though it's in broad daylight. So I'll let you know when one comes back on.
Here, Bob, I'm going to put something in the chat box over here.
Okay.
Just if there's nothing else to watch, this is a funny movie here. What is this person doing upside down?
And see, that's one thing that when I was watching feeds, is that when you see people, or not feeds, but recorded video, some people are straight up, some people are upside down, but neither one of them are like really red in the face, like the blood is rushing to their head. So that's why they're doing something.
Well, the blood wouldn't rush to their heads in space.
No, if they weren't in space. So if they're completely
gotcha.
faking it and there's truly gravity and it's just wires or whatever, then one of them should have blood rushing to their face since they're opposite directions, but neither of them do. So that's why I say, like, they've got something else going on besides just wires and whatever.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, TJ. I mean, there's something going on with that that I think this may be some of their technology that they've never revealed to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, but as far as an actual anti-gravity mechanism, I doubt it. I think it's some other thing like, magnetism or acoustic levitation or something like that overall.
So this feed has been on this guy for 4 minutes now. We've seen him, at least in the background.
I got somebody floating around. So the question is anybody actually floating, or is it possible he's on some sort of suspension belt?
Yeah,
I vote floating.
I mean, we do see something weird going on with this guy's waist with his shirt.
The yellow one's the sun. Robbie still remembers that from that video you did, Jaren.
I love it.
So
Brian Regan is great.
I know. So funny.
It's funny, I have a couple comedians I really like that don't cuss, which I don't know if that's the reason I don't like them, or the reason I do like them, but like, I also, did you ever like,
both channels are back online.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson, yes. He's good.
He's awesome. guess just growing up with brothers and sisters was because he was always talking about that.
Okay, well, TJ's is back online. Mine went away. I'm looking at the live feeds on the n2yo.com page. Okay, now they're both up again.
Okay, I'm on your page.
Okay, so let me, as you can see, both feeds there. And nothing really too spectacular there, except a bunch of blurry clouds.
I'll ask a question for the chat. I don't know who's out there, but if please chime in if you think that the ISS is completely real. Just say, I think it's absolutely real, 100% real. And then maybe we can ask you a few questions.
Yeah, because I would love to know why.
Exactly.
So TJ's, the one that the ISS feed that TJ usually does has got some good pictures on it. If you're going to flip over to that, TJ.
All right. Yeah, this one guy definitely looks like he has some kind of wire belt on. I mean, I don't see any wires, but it looks like he's got some kind of thing around his waist. Let's go back to live.
Okay. Not a chance. I think you just got out there. Sylvia Romero is a comedian there. Howling Wolf thinks it's real. Why is that, Howling Wolf?
What did she ask? Exploring my NAS?
Yeah, she's been doing all kinds of little comments like that towards you.
I don't get it.
I don't either, but
No one's biting. Never gone into deep space, sorry. Thanks, Lord Doom.
We're over China.
Yeah, exceptional perception. I'm in the same boat as you. I just can't figure it out. But they have plenty of money to do whatever the hell they're doing.
yes, they do.
A lot of it mine.
They have all of it, all of the entire Hollywood special effects experts, at their disposal.
It is too boring to be real.
You gotta love some of Brap's comments.
Oh, I know. It's an absolute snooze fest, though, on purpose. They want you to get here, watch it for about 30 seconds, and say, screw this, it's real, I'm out of here. That's all they want. They don't think anyone's going to actually sit there and do a show about it.
That's a good question. Somebody says, hey, Jaron, in the heliocentric model, why doesn't the moon go around the sun? The sun is strong enough to pull Pluto millions of miles away.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
it even passes in between the Earth and the sun. It's like gravity makes no sense. First of all, if gravity were real, the moon would be sucked to the Earth right now and crash to the ground. There's no way it could. Orbiting doesn't make sense when you say things are attracted to other things. Why don't we crash into the sun?
Yeah, well, their excuse for that is always angular velocity. So it's like, wow, that sure is a very selective phenomenon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, who set the angular velocity?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to have a starting point? It has to be kind of put into that motion, does it? I would think.
Yeah,
I just don't understand the whole Big Bang, because as soon as it came out and there's gravity, doesn't it pull everything right back in? How can it... Where's it going that gravity is not taking its effect on things?
Well, it's very selective, it only
Stupid
responds
space.
to the Masons, yes. So
Me and Bob were talking about this last night, and I don't think you heard about this, but Dave Johnson put out a video and called Bob your handler. So I didn't know if you knew that, Jaron, that he was your handler.
Yeah, he did.
I heard that video.
Yeah. Yeah, he texted me and he says, "You know, Dave Johnson says you're my handler." And I'm like, seriously?
It's,
Oh,
you know what
wow.
the funniest thing is to me? I actually enjoy this, and I shouldn't, but I do. I enjoy when somebody who proclaims themselves to be truth seeker or a truth knower comes out making claims that you know and I know and TJ knows are complete nonsense. It's the funniest thing in the world to me because it's just like, well, now I can never listen to a word you say again. You've
Yep.
just completely ruined your whole mirage about you. It's like I have no reason to ever watch that guy's videos anymore because he just, well, first of all, you call me a murderer, you're kind of gonna get an unsub from that, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. Did you see Morgile's response to Dave J today?
No.
No, did he do a
Oh,
video?
Man, I'm missing all kinds of stuff.
Oh no! It wasn't a video. It was a response in the comments section, and I mean it was a long response. He must have been working on that thing for an hour. But you know,
He commented on our video from last night.
not our video from last night. This was on under the kids. You know,
Oh, okay.
the Hampstead video. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was under that where Morgile made an awesome response, and then of course Dave just comes back with some silly rhetoric. But
Did it go something like, "You will talk when spoken to, and I will speak when I'm speaking"?
yes,
Something like
just yeah, something like that. It's it had
Clickety
a
clack
general
skulls.
yes.
It's my new favorite. I was like, when did I say that they were dancing in skulls? I don't know what you said. Okay. Well, maybe you should listen to my videos before you're going to make comments like that.
They made shoes out of skulls. How do you make shoes out of children's skulls?
Did they take the brains out first? It's like, I don't know. You're talking about something I didn't even bring up, dude.
Yeah, and actually the little boy said yes, they did take the brains out first, and it's like, oh jeez. So
And cooked it either on the stove or in the oven.
I
Or
know.
at McDonald's.
Or
Yeah. It's like, gee, no wonder I get sick when I eat McDonald's
I'm
food.
glad I don't eat McDonald's anymore, to tell you the truth, because I would not put that past them.
Yeah, I still eat their breakfast sandwiches once in a while, but honestly, when I eat a Big Mac, it makes me absolutely nauseous.
There's something wrong with that stuff. I watched a video once about how they wash their meat in ammonia.
Yeah, that's called pink slime.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's the absolutely worst of the worst of the worst parts. They bleach it out in ammonia.
Yeah, and they're the
which-
only one that still does it. Everyone else has kind of gotten away from doing that, but they won't.
Well-
They won't stop.
Yeah, well, no, they actually said that they were going to stop doing that. They released a news release
Oh, really?
months back. Yeah, but whether or not they've actually done it, of course.
Because
you
it's
know,
way cheaper, right? It's like bottom of the barrel crap meat.
Exactly, it is the worst. The meat, and in fact, it's not even suitable
not
for
even meat,
dog
right?
food.
Yeah.
No, it's not even suitable for dog food.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, yeah, you just really gotta wonder about that. So, you know, one of these days I'm gonna actually have to put a screen recorder on the comments section because I hate missing all the comments because some of the comments are just, you know, the best part of these videos.
I know. I feel the same way. Let me go. I'll go man it for a little bit. Tell me if I need to switch cameras.
Who are you on now?
He's on you, TJ.
Oh,
I'm on
okay.
you. Do you want me to go to Bob?
Nothing
matter.
exciting on mine.
got
TJ's more
clouds.
interesting. Yeah, well, yeah.
So, I mean, isn't that... well, right now, you could totally see how the Mr. Hanky is bent.
Yeah.
But isn't that clearly what they're doing? Is they're just suckering people to come look at this, knowing they're going to see it for 30 seconds, come to the conclusion that space is real, because who in the hell would make this shit up and then leave?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
because
that's all
this is
they're doing.
really boring.
Yep.
I mean, to think what they could do if the Earth was actually a spinning ball in space. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, we're not.
Yes. So, oh, amazing. Well, anyway, guys, it's Been on here about
Yeah, it's
2.5
getting late
hours.
here.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any final questions, guys. If you have any questions, ask them now or forever hold yourself.
I see. Listen up, journalism. You are a nutcase, Kyle Reed says.
Absolutely.
Yes, we all
Listen
are, Kyle. Thank you very much for recognizing that. You're the man.
I do enjoy things that have backup and evidence, so you can say what I'm a nutcase about. That might help.
Yep. And Robbie K. Yes, we did see Sex in the Clouds on that ridiculous
Funky
picture.
Ducky, it is really, really fake.
Yeah, when somebody pointed it out to me and I looked at it, I'm like, seriously? That is just unbelievable that they would do that. But not, because they do that everywhere. The subliminal messages are in everything, everywhere, all the time. So, okay. Well, I guess I don't see anything really coming up.
Trying to see if the Earth isn't a sphere, we naturally have to identify and explain what circular shadow crosses the moon. What about the dome? Sharon, will you do the balloon thing before the world ends on 9/23? Yeah, I plan on doing the balloon thing as soon as I can.
And just so you know, the world is not going to end this year, just FYI, everybody.
When is it going to end?
Nobody knows.
No, see, I was thinking about that the other day. Nobody knows the day or the hour, but what if they know the month and the year? Ha ha, ha ha.
Well, when September 23rd comes and goes,
Thanks, Robbie.
Then there's going to be a whole nother new date, of course, that the world will end, and a whole new propaganda. Just like, first it was 1999 to 2000, then it was 2003, then it was 2012. 2003, we were supposed to have the pole shift, right?
Yeah.
And, Richard Hoagland was another one that was propagating that one. And I was so freaked out when I read that because, again, I used to think that, he was for real. And, God, I still can't believe how stupid I was. But, yeah. So they'll just come up with a new date. That's all.
Pyro Pete's right about seeing a curve, then it means you live on a cylinder.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, because, think about it. If you're on a sphere and you're wherever you are, all directions are going to drop away from you. So,
right.
Where would the curve be?
Where would the curve end?
Yeah, you're on the top of the curve, right? So, yeah. So anyway.
I've got something on this video, because when it's dark, we see lights kind of flashing or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Go back over there.
If you come back to mine, we are looking at through a camera, and
that's a guy's shirt.
Yeah, so watch the guy's shirt. You're going to see the same exact lights that we see outside, especially when it's dark. So over on this side on the right, you're going to see the purplish, pinkish, and the blue lights blinking.
That's what you see when it's black or gray.
Oh, hold on. I didn't go back far enough. So you see all the lights that we normally see outside, but it's on his back.
Interesting.
And over here we got lights, over here. So I'm not really sure what is that then. What's the purpose of that?
NASA, your balls are showing. Yes.
Oh, look at his camera. Yeah, mine's better. So anyway. All right, guys. Well.
Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions. So.
Yeah.
The big yellow one is the sun.
Look at this. Some of this fruit is falling. Instead of kind of floating, staying in the air, it's falling down.
Where?
And they have to keep grabbing it and move it around because it's falling to the ground. It's not staying afloat.
I would tell you, there's one time, and I don't know if you'd be able to find it. Remember we saw the... Bob, if you searched under YouTube for... Let me see if I can find it real quick. I want to show you one thing that proved to me... It was the only time that I ever proved to myself that what they were doing was not done with wires in the ISS. It's because they do an ISS, like a controlled burn, I guess is what we call it. There's a guy who's holding a camera and showing you how during normal flight it just sits there, in like controlled space. But then as soon as they do a burn, then the camera starts moving towards the
Or away from him.
or away from him or towards the camera. What's this? It's weird. Maybe it's not called a controlled burn. What's that called?
The thrust.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch over to TJ's camera with all the bags of fruit. You have to wonder how long does that fruit stay fresh up there?
But now you know lemons and things.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's
Like, watch this microphone come flying through. It's actually falling down. It's not staying afloat. It's all this fruit and stuff they keep grabbing it and spinning it because it's all falling down.
Yep, Jaron, I don't think you're on TJ's screen. I'm just showing the logo there.
Sorry.
Oh, come on.
I think I am.
Well, now you are.
Yeah, when he's rewinding or fast forwarding, he screws things up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm playing. And you'll see the fruit, it falls down, which is up for this Asian guy. And then you'll see this microphone come flying across, and it's just falling down. They're hurry up trying to grab stuff before it falls down.
Yeah. It's like this is all they ever do is they just put on dog and pony shows up there, throwing.
Oh, absolutely. Look at us play with water.
Exactly. It's like, where is the science?
I still ask any NASA believer, any NASA backer, tell me what NASA has done for humanity.
Yep.
In 50 years. Besides lie about the moon and get a bunch of people to feel cool for saying that we went and that you're an idiot if you think we didn't, when
Yep.
pretty clear exactly what happened.
But, I have never seen one single video where they actually showed them doing any science. All they're doing is clowning around all the time, and we're spending billions for them to supposedly do this. No science, no results, no published results, or if they are, I don't know where they are, and if somebody knows, I would love to have them post in the comments afterwards. But, this is all you ever see is them just clowning around and showing off that, oh yeah, look, we're in zero gravity, because we can throw oranges around and float things all over the place.
That's why I think they're just in some sort of...
Right there.
I think they're in some sort of a, like a simulator. That's all I think it is.
Yep.
All right, I can't find this, I guess.
Yeah, Brap, you're right. Also, for weight shipped fruit would be very inefficient. You're right. So, yeah, that's just crazy. All right. Well, guys, it's been fun.
What?
I really enjoy this. I mean, this is kind of, I think Tuesday nights are becoming, it's therapy. It's fun. So,
I was trying to see. Nope. All right, well, I'll have it lined up for you guys next week so you can watch it. It's something that proved it to me that it looked like they're doing something in a controlled room. It's not like a lot of people say it's with wires. I just don't see it. I don't know. I think we'd see more harnesses, and although it does always look like they've got something on their chest, doesn't it?
Yeah, either their chest or their waist.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the whole thing that bugs me, though, is the whole throwing the microphone between your hands.
Yeah.
I want to punch him in the face. Sorry, that's rude.
It's true.
All right, guys, till next week. Join us again on Monday, 6 o'clock. We have an interesting show. We should have a NASA whistleblower. Didn't work for NASA, but he knows something about NASA or has some information on NASA and wants to come on the show and reveal it to you all. So join us for that Monday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. And then we'll be back Tuesday again it'll either be ISS or maybe we'll do a YouTube watching party or something. Who knows? Bob, any final words before we sign off?
Nope. Don't have a whole lot more here. Just looking forward to seeing everybody next week.
TJ, any final words?
Yeah, I just got this one thing here.
Hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Come on. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen.
Yeah,
I like it.
Bishop Bullwinkle.
Now, let's get a vote here and see if this changes on any week that we go forward. So you have to give me a fake or real on the ISS footage we've seen so far. So you first, Bob.
Real. No. Not really. Absolutely fake.
Do I think what we saw this week was real?
Yeah, fake or real?
No, definitely no. Not
It was
seen
real
anything real
fun.
yet.
It was real fun. I'm gonna go the same thing. So we got 3-0 for fake. Thanks for guys for joining us. We'll see you soon. Take care of each other. Don't lie to each other. Open your mind. There's truth inside. Till next time, jeranism. Peace.
Peace.